I never gave him fire.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Torpid Gaming Network. My name is Sunset's Brew, aka Brew, aka Zep, and I am now realizing that we didn't go over the intro order, so I'm going to vamp a little bit so maybe everyone else can see what order they're in. Hi, Alandra.
Hello, I am Lady Bedivere, aka Alandra.
Hello, my name is Pylos, aka King Pylos, aka Nestor.
And I'm Agent Maggie Carter, aka Christy.
And I am Lord Bonk, aka Mark.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Explorers Club. What's up, Mrs. Warp Bob? Hey, Autumn. Hey, Warp Bob. What's up, Ting Buck Deuce? Wicked Bloodshed. I see all you guys in the chat. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody's day going? We have had a wonderful day of rain and wind, and you know, the last time it was like this at my place, I had rolling blackouts that just like destroyed all my electronics. So this is going to be a great night.
Why would you bring that up? Why would you bring that up?
Because if we call it out, it won't happen.
Exactly. Sarah Faye, thank you for subbing for 21 months. Okay, we are going to do some shout outs so you guys know that we freaking love you guys, and then we're going to talk a little bit, then we're going to place where we will continue the game that we left off what it feels like 1 month ago. Was it 1 month or was it 3 weeks?
It's been 5 weeks.
It's been 5 weeks. Wow.
We were dark for 5 weeks.
Holy shit.
From this game.
From this game.
Yeah, from this game.
Okay.
Tuesdays were dark for 5 weeks because we had holidays and then we had health delays. So
Gotcha. Okay, I was like, I feel like I haven't been dark for 5 weeks on Tuesday, but
Torpid played on Sunday.
I guess we
Like,
have.
Yeah, no, it's been 5 weeks of no TTRPG. So thank you all for being back with us.
Yes. So we're gonna do some shout outs. So Sarah Faye, thank you for subbing for 21 months. Pylos, do you want to be shouted out for your sub or no?
No, thank you.
Okay. Unknown 413, thank you for the follow. Mr. Unknown 804, thank you for the follow. Haunted Deathness 1, thank you for the follow. Muxy Froggy, thank you for the follow. Mrs. Warp Bob, thank you for subbing for 6 months. You got that gold next to your name, and it looks good. Autumn Gabriella, thank you for subbing at tier 1. And for 95 bits, thank you. Poppin6969, thank you for the follow. Dante Girl 2021, thank you for the follow. And E Gib, thank you for subbing for 4 more months. And there's something that you can do with another thing, but it's been 5 weeks since I've even had to talk about it. Can someone help me out here? Wait. Pylos?
It's not been 5 weeks since I talked about it. I talked about it another time more recently. But did you know that if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you have access to something called Prime Gaming? And with Prime Gaming, you get a free subscription to your favorite streamer every month, whether that's us or somebody else. But if it's us, you get access to our 5 tier 1 emotes. Bang, 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 bang. And you get access to our reaction vids, my favorite of which is Carried.
Oh, they're working. Sick. I'm the best.
Ooh.
On top of that, it directly supports the channel, which, as you guys know, helps us to improve the stream every day, whether it's with new equipment or by hiring artists and various other means of improving the viewing quality for you guys. So hit !Prime in the chat, follow the links, and you can subscribe to Torpid Gaming Network today.
For free. Kind of.
For free. For no additional cost to you.
Yeah, there you go. Good wording choice. I can tell that you've been working on that for a while.
2 years.
It's finally coming together.
Yeah.
Yep. So today we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. We are coming back to our campaign. It is called the Explorers Club. It is a high society hijinks, murder, mystery, it may be adventure. The party has not found the murder yet, but rumor has it that it happened right at the end of last episode 5 weeks ago. And before we get started, if you guys want to talk a little bit about your characters, maybe like not even like so the chat can remember, but so you can remember who you're playing. You know what I mean? So just because it's been 5 weeks.
Called out.
Yeah. So Vader, do you want to start us off?
Certainly, I will be playing Vader Bruin. Vader Bruin is a half-orc Cleric of Thoth under the Knowledge domain. He's a former soldier who now spends his time in the church bringing knowledge to all. He came to this party on behalf of his superior, the Roger Talbot. He's still not sure why he's here.
Spooky Yo, thank you for subbing for 9 months. What are you naming our Twitch baby, homie? Dude, that's a Twitch baby. That is a Twitch baby right there. So start thinking of names, and we'll come back to you.
Yeah, he's not sure why he's here, but he's having a really great time following these three nerds around to see what shenanigans they get into.
Hi everybody. I am playing Olver Drin. Olver is a human who was born poor and was an adventurer for a long time before discovering his magical abilities. And upon receiving his magic, he made friends with very, very, very wealthy people. And after a series of business exchanges, he was gifted a variety of businesses in city development, tools, transport, and manufacturing. And now he sets his sights on being a Silvershield partner. And that is why he is here at this event.
This fancy gala. And Doyle, do you want to take it away while we wait for Ernestine to return?
I will happily. Doyle Charleston is the man I will be playing today. Doyle Charleston is a gnome mountain druid who loves exotic foods and inserting himself into other people's lives, which he tends to over-romanticize. Doyle makes his living as a self-employed investigator of environmental impact, as he tries to help balance the natural order of cities growing and the wilds getting more dangerous. He was invited to the manor as a guest for his work with the Silvershield Industries as a freelancer in securing a dig site, which is the most recent thing I helped with. And I'm excited to be here, but most excited because I believe I am winning a mysterious game that is happening about the manor.
Yeah, that is confirmed. You're 100% winning. You heard it from me first.
I'm winning. There will be no consequences to my actions. I will live forever.
There never are.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. But hey, you know what? Actually, forget I said that. Let's see. I think we are still waiting for Ernestine to come back. So
the weather is really brutal.
Yeah,
on everyone's internet tonight.
Yeah, it's what we're supposed to get. How many as much rain as we got in the last 2 years, this weekend, over the next 4 days or something.
Excellent. 4 inches. It's fine.
Yeah, supposedly over the next.
This is California. It's probably too much.
For here, it's a fair amount compared to what we've been doing. Supposedly, in the next week or so, LA could get enough rain to basically refill the reservoir.
Fuck.
So that's not. I mean, that's great, but it's also not great. So
once in a lifetime occurrence, you might be able to see the LA River.
Is the LA River the aqueduct thing that they have in Greece?
It's the half pipe that you see in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Oh,
and every car movie ever.
Yeah. Oh, good. You're back just in time for the Fast and Furious reference. Oh, maybe.
She got what you came for.
Spoke too soon. Sorry. I cursed it.
Oh. We are... Oh, you heard it all.
That's the important part.
I think you're back-ish.
I thought I was back, and then I clipped again, and I was sad about it. I just noticed that my feed got much better on the stream all of a sudden, and I was like, oh, maybe. And then it cut, and I was like, yeah, that sounds right.
Well, while you're back, while we have you, would you mind telling us about Ernestine Carroll, please?
I would love to tell you things that I kind of remember about Ernestine Carroll.
Just make it up again. It's fine.
Ernestine Carroll is a author. She goes under the...
You're still here. We can hear you.
Yeah, try again.
We can hear you and see you.
Great, love it. She is a author. Her pen name is okay. Great. Now I can hear my echo, and it's horrid. She goes under the pen name Richard Castle. She has a series of novels about a drow detective named Caddock the Dark. There is a bad experience in her past that has led her to kind of writing as she does and writing under a new pen name. She had another series. She has a bad history of poor theatrical adaptations, and that's going to be fun and integral to this campaign, I'm sure. What else? I feel like, she's a shareholder and a board member for Silvershield Enterprises, and everybody kind of is ready to do whatever she wants because she is big money, but nobody knows it's her big money. They think it is all Richard Castle's big money, and she is here as his representative.
And she's also super into Enter the Darkness, the musical.
Canon.
Great.
Are any of us into that, or are we all plotting to sabotage it?
Oh no, live theater is the only true art form.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
That
Fighting
is Doyle's
words.
Okay.
Wow. Starting off strong with our return.
Okay. Let's go over, now that we've covered everybody's character. Now let's do a little previously on. I probably should have done a full, now that we've been gone for over a month, I should have been okay, this is a recap of everything, but this is a recap of last episode that was 5 weeks ago.
If you like what you hear and you want to catch up on the whole story, you can just go listen to our podcast and hear the whole thing.
Exclamation point podcast.
Sorry, please go ahead, Deb.
Oh no, I love being interrupted when I'm forgetting to say some stuff that I should say. So thank you for that. So previously on the Explorers Club, Doyle discovered the remains of a formerly happy chef who was missing an arm up in the attic. The party figured out that John Hadley, the butler, knows a little more than he initially let on. At dinner, Entrar Silvershield seemed keen on turning the guests against each other, especially against Olver. And as the party made their way to the windmill on the grounds, which seemed to be spinning even though there was no wind, they found a guarded upper level that had invisible stairs leading up to it. Once Olver got inside, he was able to activate another quadrant of his coin, securing. I believe that was his first. I believe.
I think so as well.
Correct.
Yes. And securing this first slot of 4 on his coin, which started a very loud machine noise from the basement. And Doyle and Ernestine, after both Vader and Olver went downstairs, found some unmarked plans depicting a subterranean library that Ernestine quickly took credit for. And once the party made it down to the basement, they found what seemed to be a huge room full of various printing presses, a bunch of completed drafts of invitations, and then people saw what happened next a little differently. But what I saw was the party committed arson and burned it all to the ground.
Members of the party committed arson.
We felt threatened, and then there was a fire. Those two statements are both factual, and that is all we have to say about it.
Concur.
Well, we will let everybody else. And then after that, you guys all went to bed, and Doyle tried unsuccessfully to get some information out of Ernestine. But everyone is asleep. They have been tucked in. Everybody is getting a long rest. So if you haven't marked that yet, make sure to mark that long rest. Please and thank you. But I guess, times are tough. Life is weird. And this is the Explorers Club. And I'm back a little bit behind everybody else, but I made it. It's okay. We're in the Explorers Club. Everyone is asleep, and I'm gonna need everyone to hit me with a Constitution saving roll. That's a thing, right? It's totally a thing.
It is.
Is it magical in nature?
No. Yeah, everyone hit me with a Constitution saving throw sorry, wrong thing. A survival check. That's what I meant to say.
Ah,
Pretty sure you meant a whiz.
better.
save.
Better. I like that better.
Hit me with a survival check.
I don't. I will take it.
And we will see who wakes up first to deal with what I'm about to tell you.
Wait, maybe I do want to roll low. Shit.
Yeah, ominous threats.
Okay, what did everybody get?
13.
17.
16.
19.
Ah, Olver.
I'm asleep. Cool.
As
Let me just take a big drink here in preparation. Go ahead.
Yeah, as you are tucked away at about 4 in the morning, you are jarred awake by just the ear-piercing familiar voice of Amy O'Hare. Nailed it. Of Amy O'Hare from the kitchen staff, as once again she lets out an ear-piercing scream. She's dead! Why is she dead? What? Help!
Okay, I run down to to wherever this scene is happening.
Sick transition.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh, there's that music.
Yeah, and as you bust open the door, you can see a few different things. You see the door to the Fairbrands room is open, and you can hear them like loading stuff into suitcases. You can hear like muffled talk coming from the door as they whisper to each other. And the other door that is open that you can see stuff happening in is Lady Silverhall's door. If you remember Lady Silverhall, she is the one who didn't want you encroaching on her business.
And who is dead in front of me?
So basically is that let me pick up the map here, as I know where your room is, and I know where everyone else's room is. So basically, as you come out of your room, basically to your right is Lady Silverhall's room. There's one room that has the door closed, and then next room over is the Fairbrands room, and Lady Silverhall's door is slightly open, and you can see a soft red flickering light coming out of it.
Okay, but I don't see a body or anything, right?
Correct. So as you kind of get out and come to your senses, you now can hear Amy kind of like, there's noise coming down from downstairs. It's pretty faint, and you think that it's not even the middle floor. You think it's on the ground floor.
Choices.
Yeah, it's almost like we're playing D&D.
Okay. First thing is hold on. First thing is I cast invisibility on myself.
Whoa. Got okay. Do you have to make a save for that, or it just happens, huh?
No, it just happens. Briefly surrounded by... Oh, no, that's right. Wrong spell. A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything you target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Yep. Concentration 1 hour. Damn, you.
Yes.
Depending on how much combat we have this session, you could be invisible for the entire thing.
Yep. So, Okay, yeah. So I cast invisible to myself, yep. and I go into Silver Hall's room because my interests are most placed in her.
Yeah,
or not us.
Silver Hall. Yep.
Yeah, Lady Silver Hall. Yep.
Yeah, and as you walk up to the door, the light that is just like this glowing red, like not fire, like deep red, starts to fade away as you walk up to the door. Almost as if it's fading away because you're walking up to the door.
Ah. And I notice it.
Absolutely.
Fuck. Okay, I cast Dispel Magic.
Through the door, on the door?
I guess I can't see you. I can't see what's causing the red light, right? Is it the door itself, or is it something behind the door?
It is through the door.
Okay. Okay. I will cast Dispel Magic. No. It's too obvious now that it's... Yeah, fuck it. No, I'm gonna go for it. I cast Dispel Magic through the door to hopefully stop whatever this detection spell is.
Yeah, and as soon as you cast it through the door, make a perception check.
7.
Yeah, and as you cast it through the door, you see the light instantly fade to black, but you hear nothing or perceive nothing else beyond that.
Okay. And if I poke my head through the door, do I see anything?
Yes, you do. So as you poke your head through the door, you see the room looks pretty normal. The bed looks like it was slept in, and it looks like somebody kind of threw the covers and really just threw them off the bed to get up. And the one thing that is really weird is that there are these kind of, there are these about 8 kind of scratch marks that start from the end of the door and go from the door to the rug, and they stop at this big ornate rug.
And there's scratch marks, you said?
Yes.
But no person is in the room.
That is correct. There is no person in the room right now.
Okay. So for the time being, I'm going to leave that and then go quickly walk over to the other bedroom that was up the
other open doors to
Fairbrands.
Fairbrands.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Fairbrands.
Yeah, and as you kind of walk over to the Fairbrands, you hear them just in hushed voices, just, yeah, I know. Okay, look, she may have taken all of her books, but I think I have enough in my head that we can start and enter the darkness. Look, we just have to leave, and then we can start.
What do I need here? Maybe a performance check. I am going to get kind of close to them to whisper into their ears, but I'm going to change my voice. I'm going to, I would stay put if I were. And then, and like try and basically scare them into like not moving and holding still for a minute.
Yeah, why don't you roll an intimidation check?
$22.
Yeah, these two like 88-year-old men just immediately, like their spines immediately straighten out and fix themselves as they are just scared shitless.
And then I take both of their like luggage bags and just straight unzipped, just throw them straight into the air so everything is flying out. And I use that as my opportunity to like sneak out the bedroom, and in the hopes that I've like sufficiently scared them to not fucking do anything else.
Why don't you roll me another intimidation or a performance check just to like see how much of their shit you can fling over the room.
16.
Yeah, and I think that you very sufficiently are able to just throw just all of their stuff, and Reginald looks at it's literally 5 weeks. I have to like
Arthur?
look at my
Arthur?
NP. Oh,
Reginald and Arthur.
Yeah, so I have to like look at my NPC list for everybody now. So Reginald looks at Arthur. Just look. Start packing this stuff back up. Once everybody leaves, we have to leave. But there's some fucking weird shit going on here. That stuff down in the basement. Let's just do we wait? Do we leave? And then Arthur kind of looks at him. Look, no, we just hang tight. And Troll will get us out of here. And then they kind of just like start packing their stuff up, but they look like they're not going to leave anytime soon.
Okay. And as I like am sort of like quietly trying to walk around the hall invisible, I want to pop my head back into Silverhall's room again.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe just make a, I don't know, is there like an investigation check to see if I can like decipher maybe like what type of thing made the scratch marks? Like was it an animal? Was it a
roll me an investigation check, and I will give you something.
21.
Yeah, so
21.
So I will give you a couple things for a 21. You definitely notice that there are 10 scratches in the place of where human hands would be if they had been pulled backwards from the door towards the rug, and these scratches all end in exactly the same place, right at the edge of the rug. Like you,
where did
you
they
even
start?
like? So they start right before the door, and they're pulled backwards, and they end right at the rug. And you even like kind of like lift the rug up a little bit, and the scratches are just end right at the rug.
And do I see any sort of a secret door? I don't know.
Nope.
Okay.
And you dispelled magic. Like there is.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no magic in this building for sure, or in this room for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to this. I will instead walk down the stairs to Amy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as you kind of like start walking downstairs, I'm gonna let the rest of the party wake up.
Sounds
here,
good.
and yeah, and so you start walking down the stairs, down towards the foyer to go check out what happened, and the three of you guys are awakened by this horrendous scream but it kind of like for whatever reason, you know, you guys didn't jolt out of bed right away. You kind of just went, you kind of opened it up, and then, oh no, we are dealing with some massive technical difficulties. But what you guys should be thinking about while we figure this out is what you guys want to start doing after you get out of your bed.
Perfect.
Thinking, deep in thought. We can also vamp and/or just read all of my spells out loud.
I was gonna say, we all just run into the hallway and immediately start conferring with one another. Because honestly, I mean,
I
you're
will
gone.
not take part of that. I am 100%.
Oh yeah, no, you're invisible. We wouldn't be able to confer with you anyway, unless you inserted yourself, which is kind of pointless.
I think Doyle has that moment of groggy sleep where he, like, finally registers what was said, and then like immediately just throws his blanket off of him, runs over to the door, throws it open, slams it shut, remembering that he's completely nude, and like starts to get dressed at least like half or so. Just like, wait a minute, I would like to help. I can heal. I'm coming. And yeah, just lots of rustling. I don't remember falling asleep, but in falling asleep, I know that Doyle would have gotten himself naked even in sleep.
Oh, of course.
Vader, on the other hand, runs out in his perfectly pressed, like, striped two-piece pajama suit because his housekeeper is very insistent about ironing all of his clothes, including his pajamas, even though he insists it's really unnecessary. I think his scramble is probably that he jolts awake when he hears the scream, but he jolts up so quickly and that, like, soldier brain kicking in that he forgets where he is and gets himself tangled in his bed sheets, and so it takes him a second to, like, work himself out, like, oh, that's right, I'm not home, I don't, what, so he kind of comes staggering out into the hallway to assess, what's going on, where the sounds are coming from. Definitely he would look around and clock all of the open doors, which I assume also includes Olver's now. Unless he said he closed it behind him. I don't remember.
I would assume that he would close it behind him. Olver seems like that kind of guy.
That's fair. But yeah, definitely clocks all of the open doors. And then just kind of listens out for like, does anyone need assistance? And sort of like fumbles his way down the hallway, trying to kind of check in on all of the doors. Where am I? Oh, no! He goes next door to his door and starts pounding on Detective Rhubarb's door, because he's right next to Detective Rhubarb.
And Detective Rhubarb just kind of, you just kind of just hear this, this just like, what just happened? But and you just hear some like thumping around as he's like throwing on his uniform.
Perhaps you could hurry. I don't. It sounds like there might be an emergency. I'm going to go downstairs and check on things in case someone's injured.
And the door gets thrown open as Detective Rhubarb is like donning his hat, and he's looking as put together as a kobold can be at 4 a.m.
Standard.
And he just is like, wait, what happened? I heard a yell. Is that still is everybody okay? Where is everybody? Is everybody up here?
I haven't seen anyone else yet, except I think I briefly saw more of Mr. Charleston than I wanted to, but I assume he's remedying that right now in his room. I was going to go downstairs. It sounded like it was Miss Amy who screamed, and I believe it was not on this floor. She doesn't have rooms here. So unless you want me to go somewhere else, I was going to go down in case anyone is hurt. That is sort of cleric things, you know.
Look, just stay here with Constable Custard, and I just need to find out where everybody is. Okay, you're here. You and you said that Charleston is here?
Is in his room. Let me go. I'll go knock on Miss Carroll's door and check on her, and we'll hurry off down the hall to do that.
Yep, and you can see Detective Rhubarb start knocking on doors. He clocks the Fairbrands in his room. He like pokes his head into Silverhall's door and like is just like in there looking around. As Charleston, what's up?
I think just before he knocks on my door, I throw it back open with like my pants on, my belt done like a little bit too tight, my shirt on backwards, and I'm like putting on my overcoat because it's cold outside of bed, and I'm starting to run down barefoot. Of like, oh yep, Sergeant Detective, I'm gonna go help because that sounded like there might be time. If we act fast.
You need to stay here.
Can you magically heal someone from the point of them going over to the other side? Because if I do nothing and someone dies here, there might be a second body on our hands.
Yeah, but we
all
need
right, I'll
to...
see you downstairs. You can come with me if you want. Bye. And I'll go ahead and like slip past him.
Yeah, and you kind of like run away as he's still like looking around, trying to get a handle on the situation. Miss Carroll is still reconnecting.
I knock on her door, and also knowing full well that she can take care of herself, I will then proceed. I will like leapfrog past the conversation happening between Rhubarb and Charleston, and I will go to Harriet Lockwell's room, and I will knock on her door because she's the last one at the end of our hall.
No answer.
Try the door. Is it unlocked?
It is locked.
Kick in the door.
Roll athletics.
I'm a strong boy. $17.
Yeah, you kick in the door. Bed is made. It doesn't look like Harriet ever came back for the night.
Great. Immediately run down the stairs. Everybody else on this floor that I know of is accounted for, except for Silvershield, and I don't care about him. So
that's fair.
Have you seen Banana?
She was sleeping in the entryway when we all got back, so I assume if she's anywhere, she's either with the detective and the constable, or she's downstairs. So I'm going down.
My concern for Banana has almost killed me.
Well, we know that she's got a ticking timer on her lifespan based on the
based on the amount we care for her.
Based on the amount we care for her, yes.
Oh yes.
Yes. Standard D&D things.
The more you care for a D&D entity, the more likely that I will kill them.
Yeah, the lower their HP and AC goes.
Yes.
Yeah, we know how this game works. We've played with you before.
Excellent. Ernestine? Are we back? Maybe.
It's garbage. Is my question. I've had to do some fun stuff.
We cannot really hear you. We can barely hear you.
Faintly.
Yeah, we can hear that you're making sound.
Good start.
Hold on.
Progress,
Hold
though.
Well, I don't know how I can fix that because I've literally had to swap lives right now.
You don't have neighbors, right? You can yell at the top of your lungs.
So we can hear you. Can you push the mic a little bit closer to your mouth? That'll probably help.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Yes.
Much better.
Love it.
Hello.
Hello. Boy. What more do you? Okay. We'll see how long this lasts. Ernestine is very sleepy. She's groggy. She's getting out of bed. She's throwing on her silk robe and stepping out the door like, what's going on?
Yeah, and as you get out of the bed, you see both Doyle and Vader, like, basically about to roll down the stairs, and you see Detective Rhubarb just like poking his head into Lady Silverhall's room, just like in disbelief. He starts kneeling down and seems to be like inspecting something on the floor of the room. And you can also hear the Fairbrand brothers conversing in hushed voices in their room. They are sounding terrified.
Love it. I guess we're going to go bother the Fairbrand brothers.
Yeah, and as you kind of walk over there, Reginald looks at you and just says, "Look, I just know that somehow you did this. I don't know how, but I just know that you're trying to ruin our careers." As he's like pointing to all of his belongings just strewn along the floor, as both of their suitcases obviously have just been dumped on the ground.
Who, me?
Yes, you. The one person who doesn't want us to succeed. We're just trying to put you on the map. We're just trying to. Sorry, not you. We're just trying to put. We're just trying to put Richard on the map.
Well, from what I understand, Mr. Castle is quite on the map on his own. I don't recall you having spoken to him about it. Not that I've been up in the middle of the night rummaging through your things. It's not a personal problem to me. Do you happen to know what's going on out there? Yelling, screaming at 4 a.m?
Look, all we know is that there's some weird fucking shit happening down in the basement, and all I know is that we got to get out of here. But we're just, something told us to stay for a little bit, so we're gonna stay and let the police kind of do their thing before we roll out, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, it's but remember, the ends justify the means. Richard is gonna fucking love what we do.
I'll believe it when I see it, but you should stay here. Definitely stay here. Don't go downstairs where there's safety and security. No. Stay in your rooms.
What do you
mean? And she's just gonna walk away.
What do you mean, safety and security downstairs?
Waves. As she walks away.
and as you kind of walk away downstairs, you can just like hear them being like, "Wait, do we go? Do we stay? No, we should definitely stay. Okay, we're gonna stay." And yeah, and you walk away heading behind Vader, Bruin, and Doyle, Charleston. Olver, Drin, my dude.
Ora levato.
You sorry, I'm trying to like fix this one piece of my hair, and I'm about to get some scissors and just cut that motherfucker.
Old move, Cotton.
It's fixed for now. So, Overdrin, my friend, you managed to make it down, and as you make it to the second floor area, all of the lights are off. There is a there is kind of like the glowing light of like a fire from the kitchen. Could be like just, you know, the stove that they always keep stocked in case anyone wants snacks, but there is kind of a glow from the kitchen. The library is dark, and you can just like hear some like hushed talking coming from downstairs in the foyer area.
I'm just gonna pop my head into the kitchen door and see if I see Amy. Given her job here, I'd like to really find her since it's her voice first that I heard.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you poke your head into the kitchen, you see Banana the dog pause up on the counter, just like eating whatever food was brought back from dinner. Just nom 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 nom.
Okay, well, I can't talk to dogs, so I'm gonna completely ignore Banana, and then I'm gonna walk downstairs to see if I can find Amy.
Yeah, and Banana kind of just like looks back at you, like looks you right in the eye, is just to be like, I know you're there, and I'm gonna keep eating this.
You go, Banana.
Oh, Banana's got blind sight. Noted.
Yeah, and as you head downstairs,
Is there a power smell ability in D&D?
heightened senses? I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, okay. You were saying?
And as you go downstairs, you can just hear some muffled sobbing coming from the armory. That is the room kind of off of the foyer on the first level. It is very, very bright in there, and you can see Amy O'Hare just like sticking her head out of the door, just frantically just looking around for anybody. Just why isn't anybody coming?
Shit. Okay.
And you are invisible.
What's the opposite of fear and intimidation?
Calm
wanna walk up to
emotion
her.
spell.
I want to walk up to her as calmly as fucking possible
Still invisible.
and say to her, "So I'm
Sucker puncher.
and poke her in the eye." No, I'm looking for a spell. Sorry.
Oh.
I was gonna say, if you're
Baby.
invisible, I don't think there's anything that you can say to her without using some kind of magic that is gonna calm her down and not scare the shit out of her.
Yeah, for sure.
I scared the shit out of her with a cantrip that I used to entertain kids at church. Like, yeah, she's real jumpy. I'm definitely putting that in the pre-roll.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. I'm trying to read my spells, but
No,
you
you're
know how
fine.
it
You're
is.
fine. I'm just giving you crap because I can.
Okay. All right. Fuck it. I have to go for. I have to go for this to see what. Okay, so I asked friends. There's a cantrip that I have.
Loving it so far.
And for the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes that you use magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile towards you. A creature prone to violence might attack you. Another creature might seek retribution in other ways. At the deal's discretion, depending on the nature of your interaction with it.
Say, a creature who idolized you might get really sad. Okay,
I'm just gonna
got
start
it.
putting salt in all of your
Yeah.
in all of your sweets and sugar in all of your savories.
Okay.
And Olver is going to take a path he has never taken before, and he's going to be honest with her.
Aww.
Aw.
Hit Amy. I know you can hear me. I am invisible. This is Olver Drin.
Make a persuasion check with it. I'll make a persuasion check. Use your advantage.
15.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't scream, but she definitely like stiffens up. Yeah.
I've put a spell on you to calm you down whilst we talk. You may be very upset with me after we're done talking. But
Okay.
know that.
Okay.
But know that regardless of whether or not you are upset with me or hate me, you will still be a friend to me. I need you to calmly tell me what you saw and why you're screaming. Point me towards the danger.
And she just like slowly raises her hand, and the way that the camera like it does like a focus pull of on her face with her hand, and then focus pulls down the room, and you can see the gold plinth that was standing there previously that had the text "sacrifices must be made to shine light in this cold, dark world." You can see a body slouched over it, dripping down, and blood is dripping down the sides of this bright gold plinth.
And I can see the body, but I can't see who's like I can't see their face.
Yeah, it's so face down. But you definitely can see she is wearing a glowing silver pantsuit that you recognize Harriet of Harriet Lockwell.
Harriet Lockwell, yeah.
Harriet.
There goes our only ship for this campaign.
Womp womp. Oh no,
Okay.
don't we have a Doyle and his resurrected love?
Oh yeah, we can still reunite him with Aggie. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine.
Okay, I turn to Amy and I say, "Did you see what happened here?"
Look, I just came down because I was doing the rounds and I saw it and screamed and panicked. I don't know what to do and I'm starting to get scared. Why can't I see you?
I've cast invisibility on myself. There were some questionable behaviors happening upstairs. And I just wanted to be sure that I wasn't caught while investigating.
Look,
You see, you might not believe it, but I am concerned about your safety.
Can you just go and like get some help, like Entrar, Mr. Hadley, the constables, like it's anybody. Like I didn't sign up for this. I just don't know what to do.
Okay. Why don't you walk with me up the stairs and we will find somebody to help you. Maybe we can find the officer. What's the officer's name? Detective Rhubarb.
Mm-hmm.
Constable Custard. And you can tell them what you've just told me.
Okay.
So I calmly kind of like take her arm into my arm and start walking her up the stairs. And like about, 2 steps up the stairs, I like take my arm away and like kind of put it on her back so she's still comfortably there. And then maybe about like 5 steps more, I like remove my arm and then let her keep walking up the stairs in the hopes that she'll find Constable Custard. And I start turning around and going back down
she doesn't like that one bit. She didn't like you touching her, and like when she was invisible, she's just like, and then as soon as you let go, she kind of like freezes. And I think at that point you see Doyle, Vader, and Ernestine turn the corner down the stairs
that's when if I see them, then I will shout, "Take care of the girl. She saw the body first," but without like waiting for them to see me, just for them to hear and know my voice.
Where's the body? She might not be dead. We can still help. Just go. And I'm just full sprinting past her, of trying to find wherever she's like. Where is it, Amy? Amy, I need direction. If we act fast, we might have a chance.
And Olver in his head goes, "So much for the girl, I guess." Whatever. And then like starts walking towards to investigate the body.
Yeah, and Amy just like says, look, Armory, look,
It's all right, darling. Come here. And Vader will just kind of walk up and really gently sort of like put like a hand on either shoulder and kind of look at her and just be like, "Are you all right? Are you hurt?"
No, I'm okay. And she like is like patting herself down to like as if like checking for stab wounds or something. Like I think I'm
all right.
I think I'm okay.
All right, you look all right. You sound all right, other than scared, which is perfectly acceptable since it sounds like something terrible has happened. Would you like me to take you upstairs to where the constable and the detective are, or do you think you'd be all right on your own?
I think I should stay with her until we can figure something out. Right?
All right.
Are you sure? I can send my unseen servant to help you with that.
That might
she
be
just looks
helpful.
terrified at you.
Good.
Vader's just gonna be like, "All right, why don't you stay with me, Amy? I'm sure the detective and the constable will be here any moment. I'd like to go see what Mr. Charleston is going. You don't have to look at anything again if you don't want to, but why don't we stay together and we'll kind of like do the same sort of like loop her arm into his and just very gentlemanly like kind of keep her with him and kind of also look over at Ernestine with just the eyes of just the like, oh god, this is a bad situation face.
and she kind of just like says under her breath, look, if I'm gonna be an adventurer, I need to be able to be in this situation. Can be strong. I can do this. Okay,
Right, let's go. You know, when I
can do it.
When I was in the army, it took a long time to get used to it. You never really do, but it does get easier. So let's just go and see what's going on.
Okay.
And I will let her lead me back to where she wants to go. But also, if she starts to like freeze up, I will just kind of gently keep her moving.
Yeah, and as you guys get back into the armory, you guys all see what I first described to Olver, which was as you walk in the door, you see the room. It has 3 suits of armor lined up on the left side, and at kind of towards the end, there is this really bright gold plinth that has the word "Sacrifices must be made to shine light in this cold, dark world." And slumped on top of that plinth is what seems to be the body of Harriet Lockwell, face down, blood dripping down from both sides of the top of the plinth, kind of like where her chest is draped over the top. And over you kind of get in first. You're still invisible. I thought the rest of the party knows that you're around, but I don't think they know exactly where you are.
Perfect.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think I just double movement burst into the armory, see the body, and will immediately try to like walk up and cast Cure Wounds to see if I can get the body up. Maybe they've just lost a lot of blood is what Doyle's immediate reaction is. If it's still dripping, it can't be that old, so maybe there's a chance. I'll burn a first level spell slot to do so. I do have to touch the body, so I will go for like a foot or whatever is closest to me. Ideally not a bloody spot.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and so as you touch the body and cast Cure Wounds, roll those hit dice for me. I'm
sure.
Something's going to happen.
That is a D8 plus 3 for a whopping 4 points.
Okay, 4 points of healing. And so you as you touch the body, you hear this sound of like flesh and sinew, almost like moving around, coming from the underside of her body. But the body is still cold. The body doesn't start moving. But something did happen on the other side of this body.
Curse of the mummy. And I'll go ahead and just like have my hand kind of back up, and I would like to just take a small step back and try to just observe the scene. Body was cold to the touch, you said.
Yep.
Blood is still dripping off the sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so why don't you make an investigation an investigation check.
Sure thing. 18 for me.
Yeah, so as you kind of start like observing the scene, you notice that there is a handkerchief tied around her wrist, and there is also kind of down to across on the other side of that handkerchief, on the other side of the plinth, there is a bottle of wine that has been laying down with wine kind of still like dripping out of it, and you definitely recognize it as one of those bottles from the wine cellar.
Can I take this opportunity to like just without touching her check her nails to see if she has wood under her nails?
Yep, absolutely. you kind of like roll an investigation check for me, because I can tell you a few things depending on what you roll.
I rolled a 9.
As yeah, as you don't find anything under her nails. Yeah, so there.
Kill you all.
That's just the title of this episode.
Cough.
But yeah, as you are like examining her nails, kind of without touching them, it does not look like there is any wood fiber in there. If from somebody trying to claw their way on the floor from being dragged.
Okay. That's all I have for now. Doyle,
Okay.
If you have anything else.
I'll go ahead and like sidestep my way over to the bottle to kind of like see the labels, maybe see if there's like a lipstick match from the bottle to the person in front of us. You double check if she has lipstick or not. It was the middle of the night. I assume lipstick comes off at some point.
Yeah, so she.
Nope.
That's a big assumption, and you're wrong.
You fool.
It only comes off on the things you don't want it to.
Can somebody please clip that exchange? That was actually peak.
Just the moment when all of the ladies sass everyone else over the dumbest thing.
I'm just like, you obviously don't wear lipstick a lot, and it shows.
Yes.
So as you're kind of like looking around, and so she is like face down on this thing, basically like on it, like it's like this, like if this is her chest and her head is like slumped over it. You can see that like she definitely is wearing lipstick, and there is some lipstick of the same color on the wine bottle.
Dope.
Have I made it into the room with Amy?
Yes, everyone is in the room.
Okay.
You can all be in the room and act.
I would like to take Amy's hand off of my arm and kind of stand her in the corner, or if there's like a little bench or something, maybe have her sit down. Just be like, all right, I'm going to go check on everything. You don't need to come any closer. Why don't you just wait right here? We'll be very respectful. And Father would like to go around to the side of the body. He would like to, take a look at everything as he goes. I'm going to kick in that keen mind feat where I can just remember everything about how this room looked before and everything about how it looks now to see if anything looks obviously different other than, the bloody corpse.
Mm.
But also very specifically, I would like to go over and very gently lift or turn the head of this body and visually confirm if this actually is Harriet Lockwell or if it is someone wearing Harriet Lockwell's clothes. Because no one has done that yet, and I'm paranoid.
Yes, it is. It is the face of Harriet Lockwell.
Great.
Upside down.
Thank you. It was really obvious and it was bothering me, so I just wanted to check. Cool. In that case, after I confirm that and whisper off a little prayer for her, I would like to do a quick scan of the room and see if anything other than this situation looks different, and see what else I might notice about all of these. I'm not taking for granted that I have noticed anything like the handkerchief or the wine bottle or anything unless you confirm that. So
yeah, so you as you definitely take a scan of the room, you notice the handkerchief, and roll me an investigation check right now.
Yep, that's what I figured was coming.
Go along with your scan of the room.
Oh, God, if it would help if you would stay on the goddamn table. That's a 16.
I'm gonna get you one of these for Christmas.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't have. 100 dice and no die tree.
Mood.
Anyway, 16 for my investigation.
16, yeah. You notice that handkerchief, and That shit is the calling card of none other than your home skillet, Hercule Flambeau. It has his initials embroidered into the side of it. UF.
HF, but yes.
HF. Sorry, I have it spelled out phonetically.
No, you have it phonetically. That's why it's fine.
Hercule.
Yeah, Hercule. Yes, Hercule Flambeau. I think that I reach into my pocket, not remembering that I'm in my pajamas, and stop myself, because I believe I kept the handkerchief that Olver showed me earlier.
You did.
From the whiskey bottle. So I like reflexively reach for it and then remember that I'm in my pajamas. Go, oh, wait. Because I gotta be.
But you have a photographic memory, right? That's like one of your
basically
traits.
Yes, that's the keen mind. I have a photographic memory.
It looks exactly the same. Like it could even be it looks like it could be the same handkerchief. If like the only reason why that doesn't track is that you know that you have that handkerchief in your room. But like it looks exactly the same. There's even like the same little blemish on it.
Oh, hate that so much.
But you know for a fact that you have that thing up in your room.
Yep. We'll clock that. I will immediately also look around the room to see if there's a whiskey bottle anywhere.
The only bottle of liquor that you can see is the bottle of wine, and that's not even really liquor, it's wine. The bottle of booze that you can see.
That's fine. Yep, going to look around. Yeah, cool. Hate that. Hate it so much. I will contemplate that so that if anybody else wants to take action, they can do that.
Ernestine would love to sniff the bottle.
Oh yeah. What are you sniffing for?
The vintage, of course, and maybe if it's a rye.
Tannins.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, roll me an investigation check or roll me a sommelier check.
Sommelier check.
Yeah.
Bam. That would be a 22.
Yeah. So this tastes and the vintage is because remember when the last time you guys were in the wine cellar, you did steal a bunch of bottles and you basically had a little party down there. We
did not steal. Mr. Hadley said he would open them for us, and we just took advantage of that. Thank you.
We turned him into an accomplice. It's different.
This is. I mean, some people see arson, some people see self-defense. I don't know. This is in the same vein. You know what I mean?
The law is meant to be flexible, right?
True. I mean, that's I'm not a judge. Like, but yeah. So as you kind of like sniff this and it hits off your nose nerves. It is same vintage, same deliciousness as all of the rest of the bottles, or as the other bottle that you had pulled from the cellar. This is definitely one of those bottles, confirmed.
Okay, nothing seems amiss about it though.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem magical. It doesn't smell, especially with your 21. It does not smell like anything was added to it.
I can't smell the magic.
I mean,
it's not there.
Depends.
No.
Do you believe in it?
I know she believes in magic, all right. Okay, noted. Then she's gonna go ahead and take a. She's gonna get right up in her face and take a sniff too.
I just realized I have a spell for this, but you're rolling really well, so
No,
I'm just gonna let you
this
keep
is
going. It's
more
much better.
fun.
She's
Absolutely.
like, let me do this.
No.
I'm gonna solve this mystery with my nose.
No, go to town.
She's got a super sniffer. Well, no, she doesn't. This is not as exciting. Okay, what was my investigation? Is +4,
yeah.
So that's a 14.
Yeah. So as you go and like up in her face, she was definitely drinking wine. Confirmed. Same. Yeah. She smells like she was drinking wine from this bottle. You can still smell it on her breath. But what you do also notice that like after you like get up close and like smell, you can see almost just this like faint red light coming from in between the gold plinth and her chest.
Okay.
This might be an inappropriate time to smell her hair. I know the urge is strong. But if you are trying to discern, there's also lipstick on the bottle. She probably drank from it.
I don't smell anything off with the bottle. I don't quite smell anything off with. She's gonna take just a big full like around the just like head area sniff since he mentioned hair, I guess.
Yeah, and as
it's a sensation hard to resist. I understand.
And as you go for the full 360 aroma tour of Harriet Lockwell, you can also smell the smell of like burnt paper is like around her, but you can't you can't see any burnt ash or anything. But you can definitely smell it. It's there.
Well, she does have quite an odor about her. It's a little crispy, a little burnt. Is there any ashes or anything around? Anything?
There's a chance there might be something underneath her if we'd like to move, but that seems like a bad idea before the constable arrives.
Does it? Fully just picks up by the shoulder or whatever and is like, ah.
Oh yeah, immediately try and get a peek, but will not touch the body.
As soon as Ernestine goes to let Vader like reach his hands under to help support, or just the sort of like reverence for the dead, sort of like I will at least help with this.
Olver will take this opportunity to like pull out his coin and just kind of like see if it reacts.
Yeah, and so as you pull out your coin, how many quadrants are in your coin? I think there are 2 quadrants, right? Phil?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I got 2 from the
You got 2 at the sawmill.
Yeah, the sawmill.
Yeah.
In some mysterious way that we don't know about yet. Yeah,
because there was a message there for me from somebody or from Flambeau.
Yes, so there you whoops. let that one slip, did he? Yeah, so you have
fuck. Forget that I said any of that.
Vader doesn't know. Alandra knew something had happened. She was just waiting to see if she ever figured it out.
I should have looked at our Discord messages. I just scrolled up to look at them and I didn't. I glanced over them. I didn't read the bit that says that this is from just you. Anyway, go on.
But yeah. So as you pull out your coin, you can see it like slowly pulsing as it's like kind of reacting to being in the room.
Okay, well, no one else can see that because my shit's invisible. Yep. So I'm gonna continue to like investigate around the room, with the coin kind of leading the way.
Yep. And as you kind of like are metal detectoring with the coin, it's definitely leading you towards the plinth. And Ernestine, Vader, and Doyle, as you guys lift up the body to take a little no harm, no foul, no fingerprint peek. As
no disrespect for the dead, just trying to solve a crime.
Yeah. You pull the body up, and you notice a few things immediately. One, you notice that there is a pile of ashes just squished flat down at the bottom on like right on the plinth. And Ernestine, you can see from some of the unburnt parts that it is Harriet's notebook that she had all of her notes in.
All her drawings and stuff.
All of her drawings, all of her cryptography, like all of the work that she had. It is burned on the plinth. And around, and basically that is all kind of pushed around. There is a silver coin, one of the same coins that you had, no quadrants lit, on the plinth. And you can now see, as you lift the body up, 4 glowing red circles on her chest that have blood kind of smeared around each one, that looked like they were recently healed, open wounds.
Uh-oh.
I may have healed those, but that would also be impossible if she's dead.
Oh god, Vader is gonna give up on trying to preserve this crime scene at this point. I would like to, since I think I've got most of her, I would like to just go ahead and very gently move her off of the plinth and like lay the body on the floor, face up. And then I'm gonna hate myself for this probably, but I would like to cast Detect Magic on the body. I mean, it's just in general. It's on myself. For the duration, I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. I learn any creature or object that bears magic, and I learn the school of magic, if any. Sorry, Olver.
Yeah. So you
Do it,
definitely
do it.
I'm not gonna know where you are.
There is a
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
There is a fuck ton of magic happening right now. There is some invisibility type magic happening from somewhere in the room.
Oh look, there's like a weird shape of a person right over there. With,
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But there is definitely some type of and like, let me like look up I need to look up a spell here really quick.
That's fine. You're doing the same thing I do every time my warlock casts this spell in my game.
It's just like, what school of magic is what I'm doing? Like, fuck.
Yep. DM's curse. Sorry.
It is. Perfect. Yeah. So there. Okay, that makes sense. Why would I? Okay. Anyways, so I love doing on the fly research. It's great. So you also notice that there is a big aura of necromancy magic emanating from Harriet Lockwell's lifeless body.
Yep. Okay. That's what I read. I assume I'm also probably getting like faint hints of like the same abjuration magic that I've picked up on before that just seems to be general in the house.
Like abjuration magic is like the same magic that has just been around the house, but this necromancy magic, like aura, definitely new and coming not only from her, but it's also on the plinth as well.
Was going to be my next question. Wonderful. All right, everyone. This is not great. Also, I'm not sure who else is here, but I know someone else is here. If you're a friend, please, I don't know, give me some sort of indication. And if you're not, I do know where you are, so just choose your next move carefully. Just say generally into the air.
Olver just says, "Would you consider me a friend, priest?"
I certainly hope so, Mr. Drin. Thank you, and I apologize for... Yeah. Yeah, Vader makes a point of not looking in your direction when he responds.
Ernestine just goes, pervert!
It's just one invisible person here?
Only one that I've noticed, and it seems to be Mr. Drin. However,
Dino Hat 343, thank you for the follow, my friend.
I've only noticed the one invisible person, so I believe it is just Mr. Drin. That said, I do believe that Miss Lockwell perhaps is there's a great deal of magic involved with whatever has happened to her, and it might be in our best interest to notify someone and potentially remove ourselves from this area, as it were.
Well, Silvershield should have been here by now. It's his house. There's
Or the detectives, even. They were right behind us.
There's, the inability to cast magic throughout apparently the entire house, except this room with a dead body is radiating it in its own property. Silvershield! And I'm just going to start yelling Silvershield and just march my way all the way up to his room.
Olver like immediately grabs him and like puts his Would you believe if I told you that this was murder for the sake of the game?
Mr. Charleston,
you stop yelling. You stop yelling. If you'll stop yelling, just nod calmly.
Nods calmly. Thank you, podcast.
And he
Thank you.
takes his hands off and puts him down and then says out loud so everybody can hear, pull out your coins.
Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea. But will reach deeply into my pants and pull out my coin.
And then almost kind of like to say am I the crazy one here? Olver just says murder for the sake of a game.
The second possible death on these premises, maybe the third or fourth act of necromancy. Yes, it is absolutely crazy to have a game revolving around these principles.
Who said anything about necromancy?
The skeletons we saw earlier, the alludement to someone else fighting a skeleton.
Right.
Has been a fair bit of dead people.
I'm
so dead.
Was anyone else not disturbed by skeletons happening in premise in a city where necromancy is illegal? Is that just me? Are you all cool with that?
Is there a city where it is legal?
No.
Yes.
Well, the bad ones, you don't typically see people like us there. There is a lich that runs kind of his own domain about 100 miles southeast of us, but that's despite the point.
I will talk to both of you later.
Vader's gonna glance in the direction that he can still see the aura of where Olver is, and hold up his coin that he does have with him, because such specific instructions about not losing these. Hold that up and kind of glance in the Olver aura direction, and then we'll just kind of glance, look at the body, glance, and kind of tip his head while this exchange is happening, and you gonna do it?
I have been, Zeb, you haven't told me, but I have been literally walking around
Yep. Yeah. So
so
your coin is pulsing very faintly red. It pulses faster the closer you get to this plinth.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna go for it. I will just walk up to the plinth and put my coin towards the circles on the body.
Ew.
You bad. And as Olver, why don't you give me a perception check?
Only a fucking DM gets to force somebody into a situation and then say, "That's so awful that you did that."
You're a horrible person. Why are you desecrating this body that I laid out for you to desecrate?
What do you want? A perception check?
Yes, please.
A 12.
Yeah, and as you put your coin on this body, you hear just this what you think. You don't quite you're not quite 100% sure that you hear it, but you just hear, and only you hear this just deep, low guttural, soft laughter. Just as the four circles on Harriet Lockwell's body start to vibrate, and then they all just suck into your coin, giving you your third quadrant.
So I assume for the rest of us, we just see the lights disappear.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Great.
As in they just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's grim.
Quite.
Oh, very appropriate. That's why you wanted me to stop yelling. Okay. Yeah. No.
Don't get mad just because he figured it out first.
I'm mad that there's a dead body here.
This isn't even the first dead body we've seen today.
Technically, didn't you say that was one in the attic that none of
There
us
was a
have even
mummy in the
investigated?
attic. It was, yeah, I was very concerned that none of you wanted to go and look at it.
Wanted to, got to.
What I'm saying is there is an employee of the Silvershield Industries, technically my coworker, who is now dead, who played a vital part in Silvershield Industries. Now, does anyone else in this room feel like they've played a vital part in Silvershield Industries, even by 1 or 2 degrees? Because apparently our lives are just pieces in a game for who knows.
You know, barely ever heard of Silvershield Industries until this weekend, and I'm beginning to regret that quite a bit. If you'll excuse me, Vader is going to untie the handkerchief from around Harriet's wrist. He's going to tuck it in his pocket along with his coin, and he is going to leave.
Yep. And as you are untying the handkerchief, you hear just the sound of footsteps. And I should have had my NPC list up because I forget what everybody sounds like.
You can tell me who it is, and I can help you. But
oh yeah,
Is it Motorboat?
No.
It's no, never again.
nope. If it's got 4 feet, it's Banana, and I can't talk to her.
And as you hear footsteps, and you see everyone's favorite noblewoman, Lady Silverhall, just walking in, basically dragging behind her Detective Rhubarb and Constable Custard.
For fuck's sake.
Look, I knew that these people would be here. Look, where's Olver? He did this. I know he did this, and I have fucking proof. And
What proof would that be?
that's where we're taking intermission.
Yeah. God damn it.
That was episode 7
8.
of the. Was it 8? 1,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
Big two.
4, 5, 6.
Because we did
Oh,
one
fuck,
that was
5.
a full length.
You're right. That was episode 8. And
I'm sorry.
we will be don't go anywhere because we are going to do episode 9 very, very soon as I change the title, because I definitely have it saying episode 7 and 8.
Didn't even notice.
08 and 09 is the title. Well, now I'm just gonna say 09 because we already broadcast 08, right?
Yep, that works for me.
So we are going to be taking a break, but don't leave because we are going to be building something. Alandra, what are we doing today?
We are going to build an evil corporation of evil.
And I will make the music a little more lighthearted. For building evil
For the
corporations.
evil corporation.
And so what we do is that during the breaks, we build a D&D related thing with you guys in the chat that we will then stitch together all of these things that we have made, and we are going to run the chat created one shot at the end of the Explorers Club. We thought that would be something awesome to do with these breaks, which serve solely selfish purposes for me to use the bathroom. be.
It's just part of our tag team for who gets to pee when. It's great.
Yep.
Facts.
So, Alandra, I'm going to turn it over to you while I run to the restroom.
You do that. All right. Hope the brewmaster is warmed up because we might need to be rolling for things. Let me get to my document.
I am also prepared to roll for you if you need.
Beautiful.
It looks like the bot's up.
Right. I assumed it was, but I also
It can crit too.
Hooray!
Oh my god, that is insane.
That is a thing that we did finally fix.
The most insane roll.
Robot can now crit. All right. Hi, everyone. This is our weird little intermission game, and I'm going to be leading us through the creation of an evil corporation of evil. So I'm going to need a variety of just weird word prompts, and then I'm also going to need some rolls if you're rolling with the bot. Again, please take turns and remember that there is a slight bit of a cooldown. Also, as my compatriots here in their windows are sitting around, I may ask you guys to randomly roll dice for me as well, since I know you have them nearby. But also feel free to refill your beverages if you need, since you get to do that now, and I get to do it when we start episode 9, like a classy person. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to need from somebody in the chat is I would like somebody to roll 1d12 for me with the brewmaster. You can type in !roll 1d12. I would also like suggestions for a model of car. We are basically doing this Mad Lib style. You're going to give me a bunch of things that are unconnected, and then I'm going to plug them in, and then I'll tell you what we've built.
Model of car, like a model of a real car, or a made-up model of a car?
Like the name of a model of a real car, like an Elantra or a
67 Camaro.
Yeah. So I don't want the car brand or the car manufacturer. I just want the model name specifically. While we wait for that, hopefully we wait for that 1d12. If it doesn't come through, you might have to roll it again because of the cooldown. All right, so we've got an 11. I can just select that. Wonderful. Model of a car. I see a Caravan. I see a Leaf. I see a Focus. Aston Martin. Getting fancy. A Pinto. Okay.
Pinto.
This is where I just roll my die to see which one I'm gonna grab. I like Focus. That's kind of funny for what we're doing here. All right, and now let's switch gears. I need a precious material, so that could be like a metal or a gemstone or some sort of
Someone say mithril.
Rare something like that. I also need somebody to roll a 1d10. It might take a second again for the cooldown. If somebody could roll me 1d10.
Lotus Silk.
Lotus
Cool
Silk.
as hell.
That is
What's up, Mama Chia?
baller. Hello. That's pretty fun. Can I get a roll for a 1d10? There we go. A 6. Lovely. Oh, this is getting interesting. All right. Cool. Now, can somebody suggest a piece of starting equipment that you would get in D&D? It doesn't matter if you know the specifics of D&D, but just something that would be a standard piece of starting equipment. It could be a weapon. It could be an item.
Someone say Yikla.
You can say Yikla. You're allowed to participate too.
No, I'd rather someone else said it for me.
Ooh, Pythons, a much underrated item. That was a fun one. Cookies,
500
like
ball bearings.
It's 1,000 ball bearings. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, it's been a while.
Don't you exclusively play rogues when you're not playing bards?
Yeah, I have had so many ball bearings in my life, and I have used them for the classic dump them on the floor to trip up the
To
enemy.
trip the bad guys?
Yes,
Wonderful.
it's the only thing I use them for.
Excellent. All right, let's can somebody roll me 2d12? While I scroll down to the next portion of this shenanigans. Because I gotta find my tables and such. All right, that's a 6 and a 9. So now I need 2 separate people. So this is going to have to be 1 and then wait for the cooldown, and then a second one to each roll me a D100.
Whoa.
And oh yeah, we're getting fancy. I pulled up a lot of fun tables for this one. And meanwhile, while we're doing that, can I get recommendations for a type of a weapon? Preferably something that would exist in a D&D world. So like, don't say gun. Unless you got a really justification for it, but like some really cool sounding weapon. I know Pylos always suggests Yikla, which is a fun basic starting weapon that we have had to ban in TGN games because it's slightly OP. I gotta pull for this V100. Warhammer, also a good one. All right, our D100 rolls are a 32 and a 78. Great, got those.
Yo-yo. It's my favorite weapon.
Yo-yo, all right.
Oh no, we're dealing with the Disco Strangler.
Sorry, I'm trying to, like, talk and copy-paste at the same time, so I apologize if I suddenly am delayed in my responses. Wow! Really, Google Docs? Could you please get your act together?
The more you ask, the slower it gets.
I'm very aware, because it is just ruining my life right now. I have been nothing but kind to it all day, and this is what I get. Oh, that's aggressive. That's an interesting choice. Okay. All right. So, what do we have? Oh, we got some good weapon options. Yo-yo blow pipe. Yeah, okay. And now, somebody, tell me what your favorite D&D spell is.
Tiny
Hut. Your favorite D&D spell, Tiny Hut. Always a classic. Also, in the meantime, I need someone to roll me 1d12, and then after a cooldown, I'm gonna need one last d10. Floating disc. Magic missile, fireball. Okay, we got some good classics here.
I don't actually know what my favorite D&D spell is.
Whatever the fuck, the hypnotic cube bullshit that wrecked me last
Hypnotic
night.
wave that wrecked us
Fuck that
so
spell.
hard.
Yeah. Hypnotic pattern's a good one.
Yeah. Hypnotic pattern.
You know what? It's probably Prismatic Ray for me.
I forgot about Prismatic Ray. That one is also very...
Fuck Tasha's Hideous Laughter too. That one in Prismatic Pattern destroyed me in Melee Ball last night. Literally made my character freaking useless. Literally useless.
They did wreck us. Okay, we got some Irresistible Dance, Blink, Prestidigitation. This is a good one. Oh, as a classic Smite.
To mention Dora, that one gets brought up.
All right. We're gonna just randomly pick this. And did I get a roll for a 1d10? That's the last thing I need. It's the last one. We're into our very chill Ernestine and Olver lounge music segment of the evening. An 8. Excellent. Delightful. Okay. All right. Are we ready to learn about the evil corporation we have built? It does not have a name yet. I will take suggestions after I read off to you what it is. So be prepared to come up with a handful of very absurd names very, very quickly. All right. Here's what we've got. We have built an evil corporation. This evil corporation is owned by a mogul who goes by the name of Focus Lotus Silk Python, who is a half-orc warlock. This corporation, on its front, sells centuries-old packs of rations that are perfectly preserved and taste like chicken, and small cloth dolls skewered with needles. However, this is solely a front for the fact that they are secretly dealing Zweihanders of hideous laughter to an underground army of human bards.
I think selling voodoo dolls at a mass scale isn't a good cover for we do shady stuff here.
They are not voodoo dolls. They are just dolls with needles in them. Nothing happens. They're not magical
Right.
items.
You're
They are just dolls
totally
full of
right.
needles. Actually,
That's
See,
a
that's a-
normal play toy.
but see, that's a
I
perfect
need to
cover
Yeah.
because everyone's like,
all
"Oh,
of
you're
them.
selling voodoo dolls," but then you detect magic on them. There's nothing there. And they're like,
There's
"Oh,
nothing
clearly they're
happening.
just, they're just weird.
shitty voodoo dolls.
You're just selling shitty voodoo dolls. You're not even good at it." While
It's not
this,
our fault it's a tourist trap.
Yeah, while this
Dummies.
We
underground
don't know what we're
crew
doing.
of human bards is secretly like, yes, all of the magical weapons. Brilliant. All right, let's see. We've got some suggestions. We've got the nasty person score. You got zealots of comedy, discount Dan's discount foodstuffs, Pokemon, stick it up. I'm really liking zealots of comedy. I feel like that's that fits for a place that sells two completely useless items, but secretly sells the most useful item.
Can
As
it
Vader.
be run by Discount Dan though?
No, because it's run by Focus Lotus Silk Python, unless you want Discount Dan to be his
That's
cover
just
name.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
Also known as Discount Dan.
Maybe Discount Dan can be the assistant to the regional manager.
There we go. I will make a note just for you.
They would have something repulsively corporate like that.
Yeah.
It just switches his like phone, like, hello, this is Discount Dan.
Yep. All right. Thanks, folks. That's our evil corporation of evil that we have built that you may or may not get to see some element of in a one shot somewhere in the next couple of weeks.
Sometime between 3 weeks and 9 months, we will do this one.
Depending on how quickly we solve this murder, which clearly Olver did, and we didn't even know. Weird.
He solved and also maybe committed and also might go down for anyway.
Could have gone away with it too if it wasn't for that invisibility.
All right, I'm gonna go take my break while you reel us back into the next episode, and I'll be back by the time we're ready to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we can kind of just like go take your break, and we will vamp as hey guys, thanks for hanging out with the Torpid Gaming Network. We are about to start episode 9. I thought it was 8, but it's actually 9. If you've been watching and you like the content, make sure to follow us so you know when we go live. We do a whole bunch of awesome stuff. We actually, if you check out our YouTube, Nestor actually just dropped the latest episode of Resport. What were some highlights, Nestor? Oh, you're muted, hard muted.
Well, now.
Yep.
Yay.
Highlights include Navi winning the Counter-Strike Global Offensive Blast Premier Final. Question at hand is whether or not they're the best Counter-Strike team in the world. Who's to say? The first week of Rocket League's last North American Winter Regional event took place, so we'll be seeing the conclusion this coming weekend. But yeah, if you are interested, go ahead and head on over to our YouTube channel. New vid will actually, I forgot to update the new vid link. But if you go to socials, you'll get a link to our YouTube channel there, and you can subscribe there. We do, like Bruce said, the weekly esports show is something that I put together. We re-upload our VODs for our streams, for our tabletop streams there. And we have additional content in the pipeline, so make sure to follow us on all of our social media profiles.
Bing, bang, boom. We did it. Alandra's back. And now I am going
I was definitely nomin. That's why I was muted.
Oh yeah. Hard nomin. And is it good, though? Is it going to make me jealous?
Dude, you know what? I used to not be a fan, but probably in the last year, probably in quarantine, dried fruits is my shit. Like, I love dried fruits for a snack. And I'm eating some dried mango right now, and it is good.
Is it
the
the
jump?
mango? Oh, sorry. Go.
I was gonna say, have you made the jump to dried veggies yet? Because I definitely had some broccoli floret snacks, and they were delicious.
No, I have not, but you have my interest.
Trader Joe's, man.
I was just gonna say, is it the one in the TJs where it's
Oh, yeah.
just like it feels like it's space food because it feels like it's freeze dried, but it's not.
It's just really baked.
Yeah, it's big time like crispy. It's delicious.
I will have to try that. I generally like the only dried fruit that I like really eat is like the kind that you get at the like stands next to the freeway that have a bunch of sugar on top of them, and like that's like not really my jam. But I would definitely be open to trying like actual dried fruit that doesn't have like a pound of added sugar to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
How do
doesn't
you
really
get your
need it.
groceries?
What's up?
How do you get your groceries?
From a store or from a
Grocery
car?
store.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, we get ours delivered, and Whole Foods does delivery and has a really good dried fruit section.
Ah,
I get my dried fruit at Target because I'm the worst.
No, but they have those nice snack pack sized ones with the like apricots and stuff. They're pretty good.
Good for if you don't know if you like dried fruit yet.
You can make your own in your oven. So easy, really.
Yeah.
Send me a how-to on
That makes
that.
sense.
Cut thin.
I like
put in
making
oven.
kale chips. But
This is the most appropriate background music for this. I'm really tempted to rip this straight from the VOD and just plug it in at the
this is
end.
definitely the oldest I've ever felt on Twitch. So anyway, my dried fruit.
yeah, it's like let's.
I mean, I walked by the mirror in my bathroom and realized that I look like the Mean Girl villain from a 90s movie right now with the hair and the plaid and the bad lipstick and okay.
You're the fake out bad villain though. You're actually the nice one that solves
Yeah.
the problem.
I turn out to be the misunderstood one who just needed friends to like turn her life around.
I'm not evil, just my parents. It's different.
That's
Yeah,
all my
that name,
D&D
like,
characters.
Estelle.
I'm just drawn that way.
And
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. I just saw that movie recently. How funny.
Good movie. It's one of the best noir movies I've ever seen. It truly is.
So good.
That movie messed me up as a kid, but it's fine. That's why we still will not go to Toontown.
What? I love Toontown.
you're missing out.
I might be big enough now, but
You are missing
too many
out on
melting cartoons and you're done.
you're missing out on a wild ride.
Did you know? I didn't know this, but did you know that it was done by the exact same crew that did Back to the Future? Literally
No.
the exact same crew, with the exception of Michael J. Fox.
That's cool.
Yeah, including like staff, hands, filmographer, like cinematographers, all those people, all the same crew.
Best movie crossover ever.
Yeah,
Well-
weirdest.
Also full of a great history lesson about why public transit in America sucks, because the trolley wars that they're dealing with is exactly why we don't have good public transit in the US. It's a real historical thing that happened.
Hey, it's the kind of the story of LA is that movie. Let's just put a freeway there where people live.
Yep. Nailed it.
Van
getting-
complete.
So Zap, did you want to play some more D&D?
No,
Really
I'm
sharp turn from
we
dried fruit
we
there.
truly can just keep going.
I'm actually
That's the
down to
problem.
turn this into a talk show. Like, fuck it. Like, you...
Just switch the category and just
Yeah,
roll with
yeah,
it.
Yeah, well,
Our
this
view
is
count just goes down.
Yeah, this is
No,
this is just a talk show now.
I'm just saying, like, if chat wants to give us some subjects, this night could get really down. Could just go down a real deep hole.
I'm gonna read you the message I just got, where one friend said, "Vamp, vamp, 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 vamp," followed by my DM from my Strahd campaign that goes, "It's 6 of them in crates." So now this is a vampire podcast. You're welcome.
Bam.
Ah, vamp.
I have to
Vamp,
quickly
vamp, vamp,
rewrite
vamp, vamp.
some of my notes here because now I need to change. So maybe there were going to be some vampires, but now there's not. Okay.
Well, that's one conflict resolved.
Yeah. This
Check done.
this campaign just got shorter. Okay.
XP, please.
We all get to level up right now.
We get to level up? Sick.
Yeah.
And are you ready for some more Explorers Club?
Love of God, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let me reel you in as the camera slowly zooms in on this manor. It is a cold, dark, early morning, probably about 4:30. The sun is just starting to crest over the mountains, and the camera sweeps down and goes through a large open bay window. Uprising 2123. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. The camera zooms down and goes through a large bay window in this foyer and focuses in on the back of Lady Silverhall as she is rounding the corner with Constable Custard and Detective Rhubarb in tow, and she takes one look around the room. Where is Olver? Olver did this, and I have proof. Where is he?
I want to, if it is not obvious, I am going to try and sneak out of the room. And I'm going to go up to the first landing of stairs where there's hopefully nobody.
Yeah, and and I'd say I'm not even gonna make you roll. You can absolutely just slink by these people. And
actually, I'm gonna go all the way up to my room.
Sure. Yeah, and as you kind of start walking up there, there's nothing going on except for that faint glow in the kitchen. And as you start walking up, we are going to zoom back to everybody down in the armory next to the body of Harriet Lockwell that you guys have pulled off of the plinth and turned over onto her back as Detective Rhubarb, Constable Custard, and Lady Silverhall are looking at you pointedly.
Well, he's obviously not here. What
Haven't seen him.
proof do you possibly have of him committing a crime?
Look, it's not that I saw him commit the crime, but what did you see down in the windmill? I saw you guys go in there.
Windmill.
I don't believe
Not
there's a
much money.
windmill on this property anymore.
The windmill with those printing presses?
Oh, I'm sorry. What? There's printing presses in the windmill? We just went in and
Strange place for printing presses.
I did poke my head in and look around, but I didn't really see anything in there except the shaft mechanism. There weren't any wasn't really anything else about.
Look, I know what was down there, and Detective, you need to find Olver. He's up to something. I know that he is, and look, if you find him, I can prove that he killed Harriet Lockwell to steal those points. Look at the coin. It's empty. And Detective Rhubarb kind of just looks at her. What do you mean? How could he steal the coin? Just look at it. And he kind of walks over, looks at the coin and the ashes and the blood and the body, and looks back at you three. Well, this doesn't look great for you. Where is Olver? This is why I wanted everybody upstairs, so that I didn't have to think of them as perpetrators.
I
think
rushed
that-
down here in an attempt to heal the victim, which they did absorb the energy and I believe healed whatever markings they have on their chest. I'm not convinced they're dead.
I am currently sensing a great deal of necromantic magic around the body, which leads me to believe that there might be something.
Curse of the mummy.
Thank you, Mr. Charleston. There may be something else going on. I do apologize for disrupting the crime scene. We were both attempting to see if we could do anything to help or Miss Lockwell in the event that she was not yet dead.
I'm gonna change my action. Actually, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna go as far enough as like I am not seen by anybody, and then I'm going to go uninvisible and come down the stairs. And I'm not gonna barge into the room. I'm just gonna like. No wait, nope. I changed my mind. I'm gonna stay invisible, but I'm gonna pop up behind. What's her name?
Lady
Lockwell.
Silverhall or Lockwell.
Silverhall.
Yeah.
Silverhall.
Okay.
The alive one.
The alive one. Yeah.
Yeah, the alive one. Sorry. And I will, and I'm just gonna say like out loud, how do we know that you didn't kill her for her points?
And she and Lady Silverhall, she holds up a coin that has 0 quadrants filled and just looks at you. How fucking dare you?
Clearly, you're
Accuse
even
me of
worse at
this.
this game than I am.
Yeah, maybe I should be killing you guys to take your points, but why would I ever do that? What is it? What? I know that you did it, Olver. I saw you down in the bottom of the mill.
So did my allies here.
And she
I'm
like
sorry, what
wildly
is-
looks around at you guys.
What does the mill have to do with a body found in the house?
It's about
Excellent question, Doyle.
motive. It's about motive. He's hiding
Apparently,
something.
y'all think murder is an acceptable tactic for a game.
Also, by that logic,
No. There's plenty of motive throughout this room because why is no one shocked there's a dead person? You're still concerned about the game. Or is this some sort of business tactic to get in with Silvershield?
Detective Rhubarb looks up and says, I am trying to ascertain the situation here. I'm trying to remain calm. I am not calm that there is a dead person here. In fact, I am very distraught right now. Okay? I told you and everybody else to stay upstairs, but you refused.
Because I didn't know if they were dead. There was a chance I could have saved this person, and you wanted me to stay put.
I wanted you to let me do my job.
Oh, so now you don't want to drink.
When there's danger, I
Did we
act.
not have a conversation about a missing person at one point? Did you not care that we found human remains?
It got reported.
And what happened? You drank and went to bed? But now you care? Because there's paperwork on the floor? Sorry, a person on the floor? Yeah, we need Silvershield here now.
where is Mr. Silvershield, by the way? It seems that he seems to only be present at his own will and never when anything important is happening.
Lady Silverhall just looks up. Look, yeah, you're right. We do need to get Silvershield. Look, I'll go find him. Look, just
Absolutely not. You have made a very serious accusation against one of my friends here. You can stay here with the detective and give a full report on why you think he's involved. I, as a member of the church, and above suspicion, will go find him. Thank you very much. And I will
As a
get up and
person
start
who
to
is
walk away.
not above suspicion, where you were not even supposed to be here, we should send someone of the house. Hey, Amy, you want to
Amy!
get away from the dead body? That would be great. We're just gonna hang out here. If you could go get your boss. That'd be great.
Wasn't she upstairs? Or
Nope,
did she come down?
she's
in the
standing in
corner.
the corner of the room here because she didn't want to go, so I brought
She
her
wouldn't
with me.
go. Something about
Oh.
us making invisibility jokes deterred her from going upstairs.
She was
I didn't see what
very.
the problem was.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, and as she kind of like goes out and Lady Silverhall kind of like backs up to let her go, Olver, roll an investigation check really quick as you may or may not notice something about Lady Silverhall.
Oh, 20 something.
Is
20
the-
even.
Is the
20
zipper
much?
on the back of her neck showing?
Yeah. You notice that there is no wood like fibers or anything on her fingernails.
But there is none, or there
Is
is.
none.
Wait, I'm sorry. Of who? Of Silverhall?
Yes, and that you saw those scratches on the floor in her room.
Oh, I see. For some reason, my brain just did not fire 100% on that one. Okay.
Question, oh great god of the world.
Yes. What do you need?
My detect
That person's
magic.
not here.
Great. Then in that case, Brew.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm right here.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Brew. My detect magic is still active. Do I notice any active magic coming from Detective Rhubarb, Constable Custard, or Lady Silverhall?
That is a great question.
I'm so glad I have to deal with this every week in my other games, so I know to use this now.
That is, you notice. Let me look at this at this spell. Yes, you do notice magic. You notice illusion magic.
Yeah, I do. Which one? All of them? One of them?
On Lady Silverhall.
Delightful. Does it seem to just be over her whole person or centered on
Yes,
anything
her-
particular?
Her entire form.
Great, I hate it. Okay. Yeah, Vader is now standing up, but he stopped when Doyle jumped in his game. So
Yeah, so
he's
Olver,
just gonna kind of look and wait.
you notice
Olver like
that
starts
there
to
is-
circle
yeah.
her, and just kind of look her up and down, and then like gets because he's not visible, kind of gets close to her face and just calmly says to her, "And where were you when the screaming started?"
I was using the bathroom, okay? I have some problems that I would rather not talk about, okay? And I just had to use the bathroom, and
Even in the face
I
of
ran
murder,
into
I think
Jonathan
a lady could
Hadley.
talk to us.
I ran into Jonathan Hadley. He can verify that I was using the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, another missing person from a large commotion who, as someone who has been charged with the caretaking of the house, awfully suspicious they're not here. And one would argue they should have been the first one here, other than the person to discover the remains. I didn't see Hadley's quarters on our floor. I assume he's down at the ground floor. Is there not a bathroom up on our floor?
Well, that's where I was. The bathroom down the hall.
That's not a bathroom in your room. That's just right.
Well, there is, but, and she like starts like twiddling her like thing. She's like kind of getting nervous.
Yes, well, I understand that sometimes personal conditions can be complicated. Speaking of which, detective. Well, I don't wish to complicate things for you any further. I would appreciate the opportunity to go get dressed. If you wouldn't mind.
Okay, look, if we want to send some people, look, I need to start dealing with this scene. So if you guys want to go with the constable back up to your quarters, that would probably be best.
Wonderful. Thank you. Miss Carroll, shall we?
I suppose.
Offer my arm.
Yeah, she'll take it. She's like looking over this scene, so like not confident in this particular investigation.
Oh yeah.
Olver walks up to like Vader as close as possible and whispers into Vader's ear with, like first just don't react. Act that I mean. Check Silverhall's room for scratch marks from the entrance to the rug. I think she's the assailant. I don't think that she's as innocent as she looks.
Vader will just sort of like nod his head as though he's just acknowledging you as you pass. Mr. Drin, I will see you all upstairs then at some point. And unless somebody stops me, I'm going to leave.
I think that that Constable Custard is waiting for everybody to come up with him to their quarters.
I will go uninvisible now then, and like I will step behind Silverhall, like just over her shoulder, and go uninvisible, and then look at her, and say, "Well, shall we?"
Look, where did you come from?
And then I like that's exactly the face I make is just, and then I walk out.
Look, as Lady Silverhall starts to walk up the stairs, Detective, why would anyone who has nothing to hide be invisible at the fucking crime scene?
Does the detective say anything?
No, he just kind of like looks back, puts his hand up, and then starts like rummaging around the crime scene.
Okay, then I'm going to take my cue off of the detective and not off of Silverhall. And I will walk out.
Cool.
I think as Doyle like begins to join the group, he's then just going to turn on his heels and head over to the detective. Detective, I do have to come clean. I did cast a cure wounds on the body. I could feel a presence on the chest side while they were face down on the plinth before the body was moved. So that might change some things. I apologize. Please be careful. Not entirely sure they're dead. Not entirely sure they're alive. Good luck, best bet. Kind of just like pat on the shoulders, like lean in, give him like a little hug. And then while I do, I'm just going to whisper, there was lipstick on the bottle. I think she drank from it. By the way, a handkerchief was removed from the body and placed in someone else's pocket. Oh, and Olver definitely did take the point. Okay, bye. And we'll just kind of pat him on the back and then head up to the stairs. And I'll try to whistle for Banana if she comes running.
What a little narc.
Make a persuasion check for that whistle.
Persuasion is a 17.
Yeah, Banana totally comes bounding out. Do you have food?
Kind of, Banana. I was wondering, have you been up long? I saw. Have you had any good snacks? Have you been up long? Oh, what have you seen by chance? Also known as arf, 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 arf.
Look, there was just so much boar that was left from that got dropped that I've just been eating it all night and I can barely move. But really nice man with the long silver hair who gives me treats. He was out, and he around a few hours ago he went down to the basement, and then he came back, and there was also this thing I couldn't really. This was hours ago. I couldn't see it, but I could smell it, and it was like a floating piece of cloth, but I smelt somebody. It was really weird. But
how long ago was the floaty, smelly thing?
Oh, it was when I first started eating.
Okay. Well, you enjoy the leftovers. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see the long-haired silver man again either.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go. And she just starts sniffing and does the thing that dogs do when they pick up a scent on the floor and start sniffing along the floor. And she suddenly gets very interested in that and goes down the stairs.
Down the stairs, so
towards
into the basement,
in the back, towards the first floor.
Great. Yeah, once we get up to the rooms, I'll just pat the constable. I don't remember which one's which.
Constable Custard, yep.
Yeah, and just be like, you might want to check on Banana. She seems might be sick soon.
Oh, I don't. Oh, Banana. Oh, Banana eats more weird stuff than you could ever know. And he pokes your tummy. Oh, she'll be fine.
Still no word from Silvershield?
Oh, let me go
look around and see if there's any sign of Amy trying to get Silvershield once we get up to our rooms.
Yeah, so you can see that Amy is knocking on Silvershield's door, and Custard kind of turns to you. Oh, okay, let me go. I'll go in there. I'll go get him up. Maybe it's been a long night for him. I'll go and try and rouse him. And as he walks over there, all four of you can just hear more hushed whispers coming out of the Fairbrands room, as they are still in there, scared from Olver's intimidation roll.
I poke my head in and go, very good, and then walk out.
Yeah, whoever said there was safety on the first floor in the basement, they're so wrong.
I didn't really have anything else. I just really wanted to make light of that situation, but I will just go into my room.
What's Vader up to?
Did Lady Silverhall also come up the stairs with us?
She did.
Okay. Then I will.
Carry on.
Then I will sort of release Ernestine's hand from my arm and kind of turn back to Lady Silverhall, and just be like, Lady Silverhall, I fully understand that you're as concerned about this situation as the rest of us. This is quite a disruption to this weekend's events, of course, but I do have to wonder why you're so convinced that it has anything to do with Mr. Drin. He seems, in my estimation, the least likely person to get involved with such a messy situation. He has far better ways, I think, of conducting his business. And as I say this, I am going to attempt to cast Zone of Truth on her. Please make a charisma saving throw. Because even if this fails, it's gonna be worth it.
I think she's zoned. That's a 9.
That fails.
Nerds.
May I interrupt this just a skosh?
Yes.
As Ernestine casts Detect Thoughts.
Are you guys? Did you guys fucking synergize on this?
We just
This
think the
sounds
same
accidental,
way. This is
actually.
why we're not allowed to play together.
No, it's true. It's true. Because I am the one who, for a long time, I'm like, damn, I wish I had bought Zone of Truth with I wish I had learned that, and I didn't. I forgot she had it.
Well, and I thought of it because Christy always makes that joke, and then I was like, oh no.
Xenon Union, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So Zone of Truth. Okay, give me the verbiage for Zone of Truth, and then give me the verbiage for Detect Thoughts.
Zone of Truth, you create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of my choice, which in this case is Lady Silverhall. Until it ends, a creature that enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
Are you also in your own Zone of Truth? Or are you centering it outside so it's like just her?
I am centering it so that if she is the radius, I am like 16 feet away.
Copy. Okay.
Which I can do because that is within range. The affected creature is aware of the spell and can attempt to avoid answering the question, but it cannot actively lie to me.
Okay. And now tell me Detect Thoughts.
For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast the spell, that's not what I want. Okay, creatures within 30 feet, a creature of intelligence of 3 or lower, it doesn't apply to. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind at the moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If I probe deeper, they must succeed at a wisdom saving throw to stop me from gaining insight.
Gotcha. Okay, so as you cast Zone of Truth and Detect Thoughts, I can already see Lady Silverhall's story arc coming to a quick close in the next few minutes.
What? Oh, no.
Yes.
This Lady Silverhall, the creature, the thing that is on her mind is say what they want to hear. That is like the biggest thought that is on this creature's mind right now.
Noted.
Cool. Yeah. And the last question that Vader asked as he cast the spell was sort of, why are you so sure that Mr. Drin has anything to do with this?
Look, and she like starts stuttering as you can see Zone of Truth like turning the cogs.
She kind of realizes,
forcing the cogs the opposite way in her brain as she really doesn't want to say this. Look. Olver is bad for business.
What do you mean? His person, his tactics, the fact that he takes business away from you?
Yes, his business can't be part of Silvershield Industries.
Then why on earth was he invited?
Because Entrar wants better prices from me.
Ah, so it's all a negotiation tactic. And what exactly is your relationship with Entrar Silvershield?
We handle all of his logistics. We move all of the stones. We transport anything and everything.
Anything and everything, including illicit items?
We transport what Silvershield Industries needs moved.
Understood. So, what exactly is your proof, so-called, that Mr. Drin committed this murder? What is it that you think you're going to tell the detective?
That I don't have much. showed me when you guys were down in the mill. I saw
Gentile
what you
showed
did.
you. How? You weren't there, were you?
No.
How did you see it?
He threw a paper. It's the ink was moving.
I see. So, now that I know this, and you know that I know this, we're going to stop this nonsense about Mr. Drin having committed the murder, aren't we? Lying is a sin,
No.
Lady Silverhall.
I won't stop.
Why not?
Because I need this.
The business?
Yes. And make a what is it? There's something's happening, and I want to give you the right check to be able to detect it. Hey,
So,
Raynard, thank you for the follow.
oh,
Hi.
2 points of order as you do that. First of all, I believe I'm gonna confirm this to make sure that I'm not cheating. I am not great. My detect magic is still active.
Yep. Oh yeah.
It's still within 10 minutes, so I don't know if that. I don't think that pertains to anything. I just wanted to clarify. Okay. Is this investigation?
This
Perception?
is yeah, it would probably be a perception check.
I was to say, Arcana, history, insight.
It's to sense. It's to feel something.
Feel something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. It's like I'm not trying to goad you for information. I'm just trying to help
Yeah.
figure out which thing to roll.
He's
under.
trying to help you feel something, Alandra.
Oh God, it's useless. Why do you think I play D&D? It's so I can pretend to feel. That's a 15 on a perception check.
Yeah, and as you are all as you're in here, you notice some heat starting to emanate from the room, and
Which room? Just to
from
clarify.
Lady Silverhall's room,
Okay.
as she kind of like walks back, starts walking back towards it. And Ernestine, because of your detect thoughts, you
I was going
hear-
to say, I was just waiting for an opportunity to probe deeper on that last one.
Yeah.
Did not
Oh.
want to interrupt.
Oh yeah. Why don't you probe? And
I would love that.
And then yeah, let's. So is this a wisdom saving throw for me, or
It
is
is
it
a
some kind of
wisdom
attack
save
roll for
from you.
Okay.
No,
great.
it's just a save.
Nerds. Okay. So
Did we not burn your dice? We forgot
I
to
just
burn
want
your
to
dice.
preface this with I played a D&D game yesterday where I have rolled the worst that anybody has ever rolled playing that game. I literally, my fighter could make 7 attempts at an attack on his turn. He failed every single one. And those
Wow.
rolls have carried over
Sorry.
into this game. That is a 5 for a wisdom
Yeah, but-
save.
Oh,
But
God.
this time it's a good
Oh
thing.
no!
No, it's an awful
Only for
thing.
us.
Yeah.
It's good for us.
Yeah,
See,
okay.
last night it was a bad thing for us.
Different dice. Okay. All right, got a new D20. Although, like, literally all of my D20s are in jail right now, so I just grabbed the different shit dice.
I'm gonna mail you new dice this week,
Thank you.
as well as all this other stuff I have for you.
Ugh. Okay.
Well, yeah, she lost. So
Yes.
Loser.
Mew.
Yes. Oh yeah. So and you, as you dive and dig deeper into her mind, there's this like top layer of thought that is in there that seems like very human, and it's almost like you break through the surface of this top layer of thought, and there is just nothing there except now there is just this one instinct of said too much, self-destruct.
Ruh-roh.
As
Is there any hint as to what that last bit means?
That's a perfectly normal human impulse that we all have when we're embarrassed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
In a
I mean, constantly, but
And you can tell that, like, when you, like, break... Because I can assume that you've probably, as Ernestine Carroll, casted this spell more than once. Like, this is probably not the first time that you have done this.
many times.
Yeah, there's definitely, like, as you break through this, like, top layer of thought, it's, like, one, not human. Like there's...
Wheat.
Yes, there is... It's like... It is... Something is fucked up, and it seems a little magical, but the only thoughts that you hear now, and there is nothing else there. It is this, like, instinctual, like, prime directive almost now of just, like, said too much, self-destruct. Almost like there was a switch flipped in whatever this being is.
In Vampire Diary terms, she just turned off her humanity. How tragic.
Yes, exactly.
No one else knows that reference. It's fine.
excuse you.
Love it. I know you watched Jenny's 2.5 hour tirade.
Anyway, while you're getting that vibe, as she's heading to her room, just know that Vader is still kind of following because Olver did tell him to get a look at the room, so he is going to move to the doorway to try to clock inside the room, specifically looking at the floor.
Mm. Yep, and as you, like, walk over there, you just see her enter the room, and you see just the rug, and everybody can hear this. The rug, as she walks into her room and walks on top of the rug, you see the rug just sprout these probably, like, 6-inch fangs. Basically, the, like, tassels on the edge of the rug just turn into these sharp knife-like fangs, and just the rug reaches up from both sides, just basically sucks her into itself and flops back. Both of I would definitely say that Vader, Bruin, and Ernestine Carroll see this very clearly. I'm not sure if Doyle and Olver had full eyes on that.
I would be standing in my doorway, technically being escorted to my room already, but just looking up and down the hall because I want to see Silvershield's door swing open.
What kind of roll do I need to roll to know if I know what that is?
Yeah, is that
Is that an Arcana?
History?
It would be, let's see, roll me, like, it would be like a nature, maybe?
Nature?
To, like,
Nature?
I think it would be like, I think it would be like a, what would you, like, it's like a, have you seen this monster before type thing. That's like a nature check, right?
It could be nature, it could be history, it could be...
Yeah, I'll like let you roll nature or history.
I'm just gonna really push for history because it's way better than my
Right,
nature.
yeah.
It's only a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 15 in history.
If you let me roll a history, then it's 23.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was in the army. I traveled.
I will let you roll it.
Okay.
It's
just to say, I don't want to break things.
yeah, it's a mimic.
Okay, cool. That's what player me assumed. I just wanted to confirm. Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, gonna see that. Gonna look at Miss Carroll. Oh, so that's all right.
okay.
So you heard that whole conversation, yes?
Oh, yes. And her thoughts were
What was that noise?
weird.
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
I'm worried about it. Yeah. No. And I think Doyle's just gonna walk down the hall as there are gates staring at each other and peek my head in and see nothing.
Vader will see you and just be like, "Told you, nothing to worry about."
What
nothing
did you
here.
do with Lady Silverhall?
I believe she was in the
her
bathroom
room.
at the end of the hole. Was it?
Having a conversation with her right here.
Yes, and then
She
she went to the
just
bathroom at the end of the
left.
hole. She did. Remember, she
I'm
did.
literally
indicate that
watching
she-
the hallway.
Oh, Doyle, for heaven's sake.
Look, we can't be blamed if you happened to blink.
When I walk in, do I walk into the zone of truth?
I think you probably
no.
do. Oh, no?
Okay.
No, because I
No?
specifically cast it on her. So if she's not there anymore,
If she moved.
if she's
Well.
not there anymore, then
Yeah, I'm
Does it
going
target
to
a
her
person
door.
or?
Oh yeah, you're right. There you go.
unless she is now part of the rug, in which case, yes, it would still be there because the creature that I cast it on is still there. and
No,
it's still
she
active.
is not part of the rug.
She is not there. Great. Okay.
I do
Again,
have a
not trying to
question.
pry. Just
How long has it been since? How long did that conversation take? I guess is the question.
Probably like 30 seconds. 30 seconds
Great.
to like a minute or so. Yeah.
I am on the edges of still having detect thoughts on,
Oh, okay.
and I can switch that over just to get, I think, a skim of Doyle.
What are you thinking, Doyle?
Surface
Just for
thought.
fun. Yeah, surface thoughts.
Silvershield was right, but also I can't believe anything he's actually said could be true. I can't trust him. I can't trust these people. They're basically worthless to me. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to walk straight into that room.
I was pretty sure you were just going to give me like clown music, so I really appreciate actual thoughts.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry.
I think
I
I'm
have been
walking
so
into
good this whole
her.
game.
I think I'm walking into her room, like straight for her bed to like check underneath it, like check under the covers. Like, does she have a closet in here?
Yeah, there's like a wardrobe, and like as you throw it open, it's just clothes. There's nothing there. The only thing that's weird is that you can see that there's the scratches on the floor that lead up to this rug, but the bed is not made. It looks like it was thrown as someone got up quickly, but all the clothes are still there.
Scratch marks lead up to the rug. Okay, I'm gonna go onto the rug and jump on it. See if there's a trap door underneath it.
Yeah, and as you're jumping on the rug, it's just there. It's just a rug.
Gonna like head over to the window and see if it's still locked. Does this room have a window?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, just like check the clasp on it.
It is still locked. Olver, what are you up to right now?
Well, I had walked to my room
Yep.
to like
You
avoid
hear
the
all this
suspicion of
happening.
everybody
Yeah.
else.
I was
But
gonna say,
now
I'm
at this
gonna come
point, I
knock
think I
on your
just-
door.
I think at this point I just walk over at the like argument between Ernestine and Doyle, and kind of just like look to Vader for like some sort of confirmation, like what the hell is going on here?
Vader is going to kind of nod towards your room, like in a "Can I come in" way.
Okay.
Yeah, Vader's just gonna step over to Olver's room and then be like, kind of do the very quiet, "Perhaps we should close the door."
Okay, and he like gestures it close.
Yeah, pull the door closed. All right, so Lady Silverhall is accusing you of murder in order to further her own interest. She's clearly under somebody else's influence, and possibly, I got the impression from Miss Carroll that something else might be going on with her. She did also just get eaten by a rug that I believe to be a mimic.
Why are you in my room calmly telling me this? Why aren't we chasing I don't know.
I'm telling you this calmly in your room with the door closed because I don't want Mr. Charleston to hear, because my next plan is to go put my clothes on, grab all of the weapons in my room, and go hunting down Monsieur Flambeau, who I assume is going to be some sort of skeletal, horrifying, undead entity, because he keeps leaving these, and pull out the handkerchief that I took off of the corpse, around for me to find.
Okay. I'm going to calmly open my door.
Wonderful.
And push you out and await your knock until we go find your former friend.
Friend is a very strong term, but yes.
Very good. And I kind of just taking in everything I hear. I'm like, and I creak the door open and then I close it again really quickly. Do you know a lot about mimics?
We encountered a few in the army. They're, not pleasant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just open it and basically I open it and then once Vader walks out, I close it and immediately get changed and get ready to go and get cleaned up, sharp suit and armored up, if you will, without armor.
Yep. Butter's gonna just spin right just to the right to his own room and get dressed real fast, grab all of his gear.
What's up, Doyle and Ernestine?
I think after my initial search of the room, where clearly she couldn't have gone anywhere, I'm gonna head back into the hallway and address Ernestine.
Ernestine's not there. She went to her own room. She's getting dressed. She's assuming that she's gonna have to go back in there and fight a mimic rug. So she's putting on some heavier gear. She's got some very Dolce & Gabbana level fighting clothes. I don't know.
It's fantasy. Is it fantasy Gucci, fantasy, or fantasy Vera Wang? Forever 21 inches.
Who? That's right. We had a whole list, didn't we?
Yep. Fantasy Dolce & Gabbana was not on the list, but I could add it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know Dior is the Drow fashion house.
Yep.
Let's go with fantasy. Let's say Dolce and Gabbana. Dolce and Gabbana.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. Mama's right. I'm sorry. I need fantasy Fendi.
Oh, yep.
Copy
My bad.
fantasy Fendi. I'm writing it down. Done. It's canon now.
Thank you.
It is under the organizations section of my notes.
Fantastic. I'm glad someone's keeping relevant notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Ernestine's not there, has there been any more progress on Silvershield's door?
Yeah, and I think at this point, after you guys all go back in, and it's just kind of Doyle and Amy and Custer just knocking on the door flings open, and Silvershield, kind of walks out, looking cool but determined, and he.
Remind me what Silvershield looks like.
I would love to tell you what Silvershield looks like. In fact, I have it written down. He has flowing green dark robes. He is a high elf. He has long silver hair that partially covers his ears. And the normal kindness in his green eyes has been replaced by determination.
Oh, Silvershield, can we have a word?
Why, yes. I was actually trying to round up all of my guests. I have, it has come to my attention that some people have gotten a little out of hand. Some people have gotten a little out of hand, Mr. Charleston.
I'm the one out of hand? You're out of order here. This whole house is out of order. We haven't even seen your butler. Your chef has been in tears for hours. You apparently never go anywhere when someone screams, which is, a normal reaction of a sentient creature to run to help someone. What are you, some heartless robot running your crazy manner of magic?
Make a charisma
gear?
saving throw right now.
Is it magic based? Because I have advantage.
Yes, it is magic based. He is casting calm emotions on you.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. 13.
That's not going to do it. And he's not like overriding your thoughts. You're not charmed. Like you are just compelled to stop yelling. You see the kindness in his eyes, just like compelling you to just take a breath. Mr. Charleston.
Your Silvershield.
What started as a wonderful weekend has turned into, I will say it, something of a nightmare driven by people's greed. We need to remedy the situation, and as somebody who works for Silvershield Industries, I'm going to need your help.
As long as I get an honest explanation at the end of it, I'm at your service.
Look. The body of Harriet Lockwell is not Harriet Lockwell. It was placed there. She is okay.
Then she is missing. As
She-
well as potentially Silverhall.
She and
And
Lady
your
Silver.
worker happiness. Also, no one has seen your butler.
Mr. Hadley, I'm sure, is attending to something very important. What?
You also may have a rogue undead force around your premise.
From the graveyard?
There was a grave unaccounted for while we were there.
Look, anything
I also
that happened in
feel
the
very
graveyard,
disrespected
anything
that night.
that happened in the graveyard was part of the parlor game. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm still very upset that I saw my dead Nana.
Look, it's facing your fears, conquering your fears, being rewarded for courage.
I am still concerned of the rampant use of necromancy throughout a city where it is a outlawed action.
Look, these grounds, one might call them sacred. They do not conform to city laws of magic. The city cannot detect it.
So because no one notices, it's fine.
I mean, business does play a part.
Always.
But
What is our next course of action?
the next course of action is to hang tight. I will go and tend to what happened in the armory. That did get out of hand. Roll a perception check, please, Doyle.
You're a thing. Perception is going to be a 17.
Yeah, and as you guys are having this conversation and like 1 minute goes up and calm emotion starts to lift, you can see that kindness is actually He's looking a little anxious, a little disheveled. You can he's not his normal cool self. As he says, I will take care of what is happening in the armory. Just stay put. Everything is fine. And who knows? Maybe you'll get that 4th quadrant. As he turns and starts to walk away.
I'm gonna let him go. Outside Olver's door, I'm gonna drop my coin and I'm gonna kick it under the door.
You're gonna kick it under the door?
Yeah. So you have another coin with 3 quadrants on it.
I'm just gonna open the door. What are you doing?
Tap them together. You can probably make one of them have 4 pieces. I'm gonna get ready, and I'm gonna head to my room.
But I don't want your point.
I don't want any of them.
Okay.
And then just turn, slam door as calm emotions finally fade off.
Yeah.
And just like leather armor on, packing up everything, very angrily make my bed really well and just tuck everything in nice and deep. Yeah, go in, don my armor, like get my shield ready, oil my scimitar, and then just wait at the top of the stairs once I have everything.
I'm going to take my 2 coins and tap them together. Fuck it.
Mhm.
Yeah, where are you in your room right now?
Yep.
Yeah, and as you tap your 2 coins together, one of the basically the remaining I'd say because you have 2 filled on yours, right?
Yeah.
You can see 2
Well, 3 now. 3 now.
3. Yeah, so you can see one of Doyle's coins, one of Doyle's quadrants just gets slurped into your coin, and you hear a chime. A perfect C.
What does that sound like, Zep?
See. Do we need an instrument that can play a C?
No, I have a sound cue.
Was I close?
Okay.
No.
You were. C note is. Ooh.
Well, I mean, you were playing the lower octave. I was obviously playing the higher octave. You know what I mean? Like that's.
You did think perfect C.
I don't actually even know if my sound cue is a perfect C. I haven't actually checked it against my tuning fork, but it is one consistent sound cue for that.
You
Just need to have the Phantom Christine high C, and that's
I mean,
perfect.
You know, sound is just electricity triggering synapses, right? We all hear it differently. I'm probably right.
Yeah.
We have to talk about that one.
It's like colorblind.
Oh, battle of the sound guys.
Say sound.
That's not how that works.
Let's say everyone perceives everything differently. Excuse me.
Yeah, my
It's not.
ears are a different shape.
That don't mean
You
it's not a
all sound
C.
Sharp, so
Look, I'm just built different. Okay.
Wow. And apparently
anyways.
different means wrong.
Yeah.
inhuman.
Yeah. Don't make fun of my perfect pitch.
I
Yeah.
gotta
So
remember
you.
not to take sips when Pylos is talking.
So yeah. So
Or
so
do.
you tap your coins together. One of the lights from Doyle's coin gets sucked into your coin. You hear the perfect C note ring out as it has before when people have been awarded coins, and as soon as it slurps into your coin, you feel the rug that you're standing on start to move, and I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Not gonna survive that one. I'll tell you what. Unless I roll really well. 11.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. As the tassels on this rug, as soon as your coin is completed, it glows. The tassels on this rug just turn into these 6-inch long curved fang-like metal things, and the rug swoops up and tries to take a bite out of you. You are not able to dodge. And
stand by.
Wait
Mm.
for it.
He's reading fine print.
Yeah, he is.
Is it like trying to do damage to me?
It is making an attack on you, a melee weapon attack. It is called Bite.
Wow.
Wow.
God damn it! I'm still rolling like fucking garbage.
Can I sense? But it's not a reaction. Okay, I will then instead cast Shield on myself.
Is Shield a reaction?
Yep.
It is a reaction.
Okay. What does Shield do?
It gives me +5 AC.
Okay. Well, is your +5? Well, it's a 9 to hit.
Oh fuck! I shouldn't have cast it. I didn't need it. Your roll sucked.
Oh.
My rolls, I cannot roll well. I will never be able to roll well for the rest of my fucking life, apparently. Like, I'm cursed.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, you definitely didn't.
Yeah, and as this thing like clomps up to bite you, you manage to like pull, like you manage to like basically like surf out from underneath like the edges, because only the edges of this carpet have the teeth, so you manage to like duck low and surf out of the middle of this thing as it like as it tries to bite you and then flops back down.
But is it moving still, or is it just tried to bite me and now it's just gone?
Yep, it just tried to bite you and now it's and then the fangs just retract and it's just looks like a rug again.
I like, without touching it, open my door and just start calling for like Vader and Ernestine and Doyle, like, guys. And then like I grab the thing that's nearest to me, which I'm hoping is like a chair, maybe. And I like throw it onto the rug. See if I can get it to do anything.
Yeah, and as you call out and throw this chair on the rug, it just the chair just lands on the rug, just thunk. The rug does not react.
Okay. Okay. Then I will take that as a sign of safety, and I will go pick up the second coin that Doyle had just given me, which has 2 marks on it, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then I will wait for everybody to show up, and I will be holding both coins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vader shows up almost immediately. He's right next to you, so as soon as he hears you just like yell, he just pops out. He's fully dressed, he's geared up, he's ready to go.
Okay.
Sorry, did Doyle's have 3 before?
It did.
Oh,
Yeah.
oops. Okay. Carry on.
So when everyone's there, I will look at them and say, okay, be ready. And then I will tap the 2 coins together to try and transfer 2 of my points to Doyle's coin.
And so when you try and do that, this perfect C note just it's not perfect anymore. It's like and you can see the coins, like the lights on the coins kind of move towards each other.
Stop, Zep, stop. Oh, okay, that was weird. Go on.
What?
No, I just lost you for a second.
Oh, that's not good.
Like, I could see you moving, but I couldn't hear you. And I think it was me, not you. So go ahead.
Okay. I was like, everything looks solid on my
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. And as you bump the coins together, a noise rings out, probably closer to what I said a perfect C sounded like.
So not a C at all. Got it.
Yeah, and the dots on the coins kind of move towards each other for a second, like they're kind of like trying to move into each other, but they are not able to cross over. And Ernestine, you are very familiar with this because this happened to you. Somebody like took a coin charge from I believe Harriet took one from you.
Harriet took one from me. Yeah.
Yeah, and that you couldn't get it back.
Okay. and like Doyle, not Doyle, Olver looks at both of them and goes, "Okay, that didn't work." And then puts the coin that Doyle gave him in his pocket, and then asks Vader for his coin.
Vader pulls out his coin, which has no quadrants lit, and just sort of like holds it out.
And Olver like definitely like prenups this, you know, kind of. He's like, "Look, he's like, I'm gonna give you these points, but I really need the coin back when this is all over."
Oh, trust me, I have no interest in being involved in this game. I have.
And then he just like slaps the two coins together.
Yep, perfect C. All 4 of those dots slide over into Vader's coin.
And I grab the coin and like jump on top of the bed.
The bed or the rug?
Not the rug. Excuse me, not the bed. That was weird. The rug.
No, it's fine.
And you grab Vader's coin and jump on top of the rug.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the rug grows fangs and is going to make another bite attack on you. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. I can actually finally... When was the last time I got to roll fucking damage in this game? Jesus.
2020.
Yeah, true. That's going to
Wow.
be 11 points. 11 points of damage to you.
Oof.
Okay.
Of piercing damage.
Does anything else happen to me?
And 5 acid damage.
Okay. Does it teleport me anywhere? Does it do anything?
Nope. It's you. You just feel these poisonous fangs enter your body, and then as it bites down, and then it like starts to loosen its grip as it doesn't have grapple or anything.
Vader immediately like snaps his fingers and gives you 10 points from his healing word.
Yeah, badass.
He was expecting something bad to happen as soon as you caveated that coin, so...
And,
Did you two let me jump on a rug in the other room? Did you
jump on the rug? Why on earth would you do such a thing?
watch me walk?
I watched
Arms
you walk
crossed,
into someone else's room, and then I went to my own.
Are we done here yet?
Mr. Drin?
yes. Yes, we are.
Do you get off of the rug, or are you still standing on the rug?
I'm like, yeah, I'm still standing on the rug.
It is going to attack you again.
Yeah.
That is a 23 to hit.
Okay.
That is going to be 10 piercing plus 7 acid, so 17 total.
Okay.
You get 6 back as I ping another healing word.
Okay. And I guess like
this is for science.
this time I'm gonna try and like as I step off the rug, I'm gonna try and like grab the fang. Like, can I like grab the like? I assume it's got big fangs that are just like sticking out of its mouth, right?
Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah. So can I like just try and like hold on to one?
what's the end goal here?
I'm gonna throw the rug out of a window.
Okay, gotcha. Yes. Make an athletics check.
Can Ernestine yell at him a little bit first?
Sure.
Can she say, "Good God, man," and cast Bardic Inspiration on him?
Oh, no. Sorry. All this might not be necessary. I might do this a little bit more of the hard way. And I'm going to just cast Misty Step on me and the rug out the window, and then cast Misty Step on myself back in.
Oh my god.
I just need to look at Misty Step here one second, because
it just says briefly countered by a silvery mist, teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
Yeah, and I would say we're not really in combat, and it's instantaneous action. It's instantaneous bonus action.
Yeah.
Yep, and you have spell slots for it and everything. You're good to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
not just making stuff up here.
Well, I mean, I guess you're doing better than me. So as you put your hand on this fang, you can totally Misty Step, and you are teleported basically right outside the window, and like on like the overhang, kind of like on the roof, kind of right outside the window. You just drop this thing and then teleport back.
Yeah, basically, like for the rest of the party, it looks like the smoke like engulfs me, and then I just step out of the smoke, a beat later, like as if I never really moved, but the rug is completely gone, and I just like look over and open the window and kind of look down to see if I see anything besides a fucking rug.
Just looks like a rug out of context. Just a rug on a roof.
Throwing rugs out windows.
Yeah.
So that's our new D&D game, Rugs Out of Context.
Rugs out of context. Yeah, and so I kind of like look at Vader, and I'm like, I don't really know anything about mimics. I was just kind of improvising.
You did very well. How are you feeling?
Awful. Generally awful.
Right. Well, then, I suppose it's time that we go look for whatever we're looking for next. I don't expect anyone to come with me, but, apparently my old nemesis, or some rendition of him, is lurking about the estate, and I'd like to find him. You're welcome to keep the coin, Mr. Drin. I truly don't give a fuck, as we used to say in the army.
He like holds the coin out, and then like puts it in his pocket, and then starts to walk out following Vader.
How exactly are you going to find this person?
Oh, I'm going to go out and stand at the middle of the estate and yell his name until he comes to me. Unless anybody has a better idea.
No, I'd like to see this.
Agreed.
I'm checking something on my list before I commit to that, but that is still what he says, but he may have other options. Vader's gonna head down the stairs.
Totally.
As he goes, he's just like fully on a march to get like out of this building, but he is gonna kind of clock like any open doors, any movement or activity as he moves out.
And you can, as you're kind of walking, you can see like Constable Custard is, as you guys like go down to the ground floor. Constable Custard and Detective Rhubarb are still fussing over Harriet Lockwell's body, and you can see Jonathan Hadley standing in front of the door with his arms crossed as you walk up.
Ah, Mr. Hadley! Lovely morning. Terribly sorry about the unpleasantness. If you'll excuse me, I need to go.
Yes, it has been an awful morning. But I'm afraid that I must ask you to stay.
And why is
Please.
that?
Because Mr. Silvershield is attending to this awful mess. And I must implore you, look, he has had a tough life. And some things have gone awry. He has made some mistakes. He is remedying those mistakes now. And it is imperative that everybody does not go outside, does not complete their coin, does not do anything.
Well, it's a bit late for that.
Yes, unfortunately, coin's already been completed, and I think I have some of my own business that I'm going to have to attend to. As a member of the church, I am very much in favor of forgiveness and redemption, but sometimes that comes at a cost. So, if you'd be so kind as to step aside, I need to go meet an old friend.
An old friend, and who might that be? Look, it is dangerous on the grounds.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out the handkerchief that I got off of the body. And presumably I'm going to also reach into my pocket and pull out, now that I've been in my room and I've gotten my stuff, the handkerchief that I got from the whiskey, and I'm just gonna hold them up with the embroidery visible on both. An old friend of mine has been taunting me the entire time I've been here. An old friend of mine who, to my best knowledge, is no longer of this plane. And if that's the case, then I'm afraid, as a cleric, a man of the church, and a man who made a promise long ago, I have no choice. So.
Yes, she can do that sometimes. Oh, sorry,
No, please!
I'm just thinking,
please go on.
But look, if you have to leave, look, I just ask you, please be careful. Please do not leave the grounds. The consequences would be disastrous.
Insight check.
Roll it.
Dirty 20.
This man is dead ass. Serious. He truly believes, whether, like, you know, he believes that if you attempt to leave the grounds, something disastrous will happen. Whether that is to you or to something else, but something disastrous enough for him to tell you that and be serious.
Yep, that's fine. That's what I needed. Very well. I'm going to turn back to my compatriots. Shall we continue, or shall we just stay here and set up defenses?
Still curious what Silvershield's doing in the basement, personally. He went to go clean up the mess.
That is a good point. Much talk about the basement. Has
None of
anyone
us
checked the
did
wine
go
cellar?
past the armory to the cellar. So. If your counterpart has a calling card, maybe it's where the wine bottle was taken from.
I'm willing to entertain the possibility.
Olver nods and says, I'm ready to go.
I will follow your lead.
And as you walk into the kind of the storage room above the basement, you see somebody in the shadows, basically right above the staircase. And what is Hercule Flambeau's, what's his like signature, like what's his look?
Oh, You gave me free reign, so now I get to roll with this. Akil Flambeau is a changeling, so his smooth move is to always appear as like something totally innocuous, and then just in full form shift into his like default, which is this very handsome, like slicked hair, perfect goatee gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
So probably what happens is you glance up and you see like, you know, a very sweet looking little girl who then just, as soon as you catch her eye, morphs into this 6 foot tall, very handsome, very dapper looking man, probably giving Olver a run for his money in fashion, but not quite as good.
Nice.
But real close. And always with the handkerchief like perfectly pressed in the pocket, so you have no doubt of who it is.
Yeah, and as you kind of like look and you see this like little girl kind of just like you hear some sobbing as she's sitting down on the ground, and then she stands up, and in a flourish you recognize Hercule instantly. And he just looks at you. It's been a long time.
What?
This house, and he kind of takes a look around. It's something else, isn't it?
It's what it is.
This house can give somebody life from death. This house, I feel better than I've ever felt. And this is my second life.
Is it now? What a pity I wasn't there to see the end of the first one. Well, I suppose that'll have to do.
It was quite unfortunate, but the host, Mr. Silvershield, he's a funny man, isn't he? Always running around, always serving, always thinking like he's in charge. Is he not?
Are you implying that someone else is in charge?
What I'm implying is that I've seen what he's been through, and while it has been a lot, it's just funny that no one's ever seen him outside the walls. And as he says that, Doyle, you start thinking back, and that you never have seen him on a job site before.
That tracks.
Thanks, I hate it.
And then he looks back and sneers at you. I'm sorry, but like Miss Lockwell, Miss Silverhall, they made excellent little morsels, and Mr. Drin, I see that your coin is full. Your heart overfloweth with power, my friend.
I think you're mistaken, Flambeau. I believe that coin is mine. And Vader will reach his hand back to Olver.
Oh, and 100% Olver goes. No problem. Sure, let's see what you got. Not like I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let you take the fall on this one, but like, okay, let's see what you have in store.
Oh no, Vader's very much just like, hopefully we're in this together, and if not,
Yeah.
I'll take the
best part
brunt.
about it is that it actually is yours.
I know,
Yeah.
that's why he's doing it. Like, he knows. Technically his.
And Hercule looks, a sneer on his face, and says, I knew that. I had a feeling that coin wasn't Mr. Drin's, and it fills me with joy that it is you who I get to see be torn limb from limb and have the life sucked out of your body to feed me everything. Jeff, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Well, you know, we always said back in the army, never start something you couldn't finish. Never did finish that last bottle of whiskey you left me. Never did finish you. Guess now's the time.
And he raises his hands, and the floorboards beneath you begin to creak and jolt as the walls start to rumble. You feel the musty air begin to rise in temperature as the room itself seems to spring to life. In the foyer, you see the clock faces shift into eldritch eyes, and the doors begin to slowly start gnashing together as you look desperately around for something that looks like the place that you were in before. You hear the scream of Amy O'Hare as something may or may not have just grabbed her from another room, and you hear the barking of a dog as it runs away.
Okay, as it successfully runs away.
Maybe not. And
Shut up, Zip.
and the eyes of Hercule Flambeau, he blinks and they are bright red, and then there is also this pulsing red light coming up the staircase from behind him, and he just says, "You've been chosen, Vader. You have won. Now come claim your prize." And that's the end of episode 9.
We're
I spent
gonna kill that
9
dog.
episodes not playing this fucking game. 9 episodes not playing the fucking game.
Are you
And
sure it
yet-
wasn't 8?
I am 100% sure because I edit the goddamn podcast.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. If you have not followed us yet and you liked what you saw, make sure to hit the follow button so you can be here as the Explorers Club, as the first season of the Explorers Club starts to wrap up in the coming weeks, as they have just discovered